Hi YouTube! How's
Hi,
it going?
YouTube.
Welcome to Legends of Stoia, the Hymns of Fate, episode 6. I'm Buff Lovin, your dungeon master. I'm joined by my lovely cast and crew. Say hi, cast and crew.
Hi, Mom.
All right. So where we left off last week, you guys. First, I need to add some good music. So we're a little bit live here. That's okay. This happens. This happens. Exclamation point play. Did I?
What makes it natural, Buff? Like, the slight scufferys just make it more,
Yeah.
relatable.
Yeah.
It's like you don't wear a new stiff pajama shirt. You wear a broken, beaten down, battered pajama shirt because it's better and softer.
Oh,
True.
Yeah.
It's broken in, and it smells
Exactly.
better. It smells like you.
Yeah.
I hate my own smell.
I like my own smell.
I smell like hormones of pure testosterone.
Me
That's
too.
the reason why I hate my own smell. I smell
bro.
too much of
You-
an
I've got so much testosterone.
Dude,
Bro,
like,
I walk downstairs and my mom's like, "Oh shit, where's that testosterone coming from?" And I'm like, "Mom, I'm tough to tell you, it's just me."
Dude,
God.
just open the window, bro.
Just
shit, bro.
It's all this
Just me,
goddamn
Mom.
testosterone.
It's not a phase, Mom.
Yeah, but it is,
all right.
bro.
There we go. Okay. We are on. We last left off. You guys were on Bushdal Pass. You were on your way to Komlotany to collect a certain. That is too loud. Holy crap! All right. To collect a certain 100 gold bounty that you acquired by cutting off Lady Willow's hand and letting her walk off into the forest, free from consequence from her captors. On the way, you met Dane Jinx, who had a weird, fond interest for Captiva, and you also met Bjorg, who is Charles Stronghammer's another member of our campaign, his trainer from Mount Yandavar, where the mountain dwarf hails. You guys were able to interact and talk with them. You guys went to a bar, were served by a young lady who alleged that she was being abused. Turned out that she was just pranking everybody, and she was just a poor, misunderstood little girl. You guys spent the rest of your time in the bar, except for Azrael and Seraphina, who went out and found somebody morally bad to eat, and boy, did they find somebody. You guys came back to the bar. You guys decided to walk down the rest of the path to Komlotany, where you guys are arriving soon to Komlotany right now. We are going to have us a quick little session between just Robbie and Cinnabon, aka Legoblas and Sylvia, because we have to see where they were last week. So, you two, as you guys were walking along, suddenly you two phased into a tree.
Fuck.
The party,
the
rest of
reoccurring
them-
theme with me.
Yeah. The party, the rest of you took no notice. And your memories were affected in such a way that it was almost as if they, almost as in a dream where you know that something doesn't make sense, but in your mind, your mind justifies it and it makes sense for you. It's exactly what happened. You guys know that they're missing. You guys know that they're supposed to be there, but your brain justified it for you guys, and you guys kept walking. Meanwhile, Robbie and Cinnabon, you guys are both put together in a very dark, damp, leaky cave. You guys have come across this cave. You've never seen this cave before. As you guys are walking along the path, strange runic symbols and sigils come alongside you as well. They start glowing on the side of the cave. you two suddenly reach a room that has a pedestal on top of it, kind of a stone, very roughly, almost nature-made pedestal made of stone, and on it are two glowing, misty orbs that are kind of rotating around and gyrating in such a very intricate, random yet very very not nostalgic. What's the word I'm looking? Very comforting pattern. It's very calming to look at. As you two approach, the orbs start speaking. It sounds like the sound is coming from the walls instead of the orb, and it says, "You are fated for so much more."
More than what?
It glows as you speak. You have been sent visions, my love.
Mm.
The mist reaches out and kind of strokes the side of your cheek to Sylvia.
I do that too because my fur is soft. The visions of my village.
The visions you are given can be yours or can be for others. It is for you to decide. You to decipher. And you looks over at Leg of Lost, the one-legged half-elf, with a black smoking book. Looks like black smoke is popping out of it every time he opens it up. He walks away. Okay.
He's grabbing a book.
Yeah, he grabs a book. There you go. Cool. All right. Quab has just donated $10. Thank you, Quab. Faded gets advantage roll from Mayonnaise Homie. Thank you, Quab. The next roll that Faded gets advantage.
Oh, shit.
I really do appreciate that. All the money that I make from this campaign, one, goes into helping me move to get to a better place where I can create more content, and two, I put back into the stream in order to make it bigger and better. We're looking for graphic designers right now to design custom avatars for our characters, and I'm working alongside of a couple people to make different songs and ambiences behind the background. But yeah, so the fates look at you, Leg of Lost. They say, we are the fates. We guide and mold pathways to lead to certain endings. Your path is divergent. You have choices to make.
Yes, I'll make these choices, but first I'll consult my tome of magic, and I've been looking on a way to get out of this hell you've trapped me in.
This is not hell, my friend. This simply is. You see the cave start crumbling, and almost like an earthquake starts happening around you, and as it shakes, it knocks you off your balance, Leg of Lost, and you fall to what you thought was the ground, but as you're feeling around, it feels soft, but not dirt. You look down at the ground, it's just blackness, and as the cave crumbles around you, you guys look around. You guys are in a solar system type place. You see stars, you see space, dust everywhere, a planet's floating along nearby, and you still see, on no longer a stone pedestal, the two orbs in front of you. And they say, what you see is what we seek. What you know is what we tell you. And what you discover is less than you could ever know. The orbs flash bright, and suddenly you're back on the path with the party, walking along, and the party is none the wiser that you were ever gone.
Weird. Whoa.
Yeah.
I
So-
look over at Cinnabon and I've got this weird look on my face. Like, did that just happen?
I'm glad you saw it too. All right.
Are we allowed to talk about it with the others or no?
Go for it.
So we ask everybody if they noticed that we're not there and now we're here.
how
Like
long
what
was
what just happened? Yeah, how long were we gone?
We're gone a while. We didn't see anything. What do you mean? What should we have seen?
You guys didn't know. Your memory was erased of us. So when we were gone, you didn't know where we were. Like you didn't even know we existed. It's like we didn't ever exist to you. But then when we popped
Oh,
back
no, it's
in,
like
apparently.
Like we exist like
Mm.
in their memories and stuff. It's just like they didn't really
So,
acknowledge.
so
that we were
basically,
gone.
how
Right.
it works is like they knew you were gone. They know you came back, but in their mind, it's justified that you were gone. They don't know why.
Yeah.
They don't. They just
Okay.
know that okay,
Got it.
there was something happened there. Thank you, Kenny, for the 300 biddies, my guy. Can't stay but take some bits.
Kenny,
Appreciate
my
it,
dude,
Kenny.
what's good?
You
Mhm.
are a real one. Appreciate it, my guy.
Gosh,
All right.
Ooh.
So you guys are all together now, including Captiva and Charles, and you guys are about, I'm gonna say, 2 hours out from this pathway to town. In fact, you guys step up on a hill, you actually see the city over the horizon. Yeah. You guys keep walking. It's about 10 a.m. You guys are walking along the path. You guys see that there's wonderful, nice little bushes walking along. A little bit of wildlife is captivating. And as you guys get closer to the city, you guys start hearing horses, like in the background, come and go, with different trade goods, food sources, and just different things, probably going out to Banya, where you guys were off to before.
Now, I turn to everybody, like I walk a little bit ahead of the group, and I turn to everybody. When we hand this hand in for the 100 gold, then what?
I don't know. I guess we
We can
live
find
on
another bounty.
after?
Yeah, no, I have the map. I have the treasure map.
The treasure map?
Yeah.
Okay,
Treasure
let-
relic. Always just like go on our own. What was that?
Kirsten, go where you told to go.
But Kostan, where do you want to go? Like,
Kirsten want to go with friends.
okay.
Aw.
But, like, okay, we go get the treasure from the treasure map, or we die trying. Let's say we survive, then what?
Kirsten, not sure.
I turn to the rest, like,
I mean, we never really had a particular goal.
yeah, exactly. So, why am I with you guys?
The journey was the friends we made along the way.
Because we friends.
And what is
You
this?
Kirsten, friend.
But what is this friendship you guys keep talking about? I don't understand this concept.
Oh, you act tough, but we know you love us deep down.
I don't understand what you mean. Like, I don't I've heard people talk about love this, love that. I don't think I'm physically capable of experiencing this.
Mm-hmm.
You at least enjoy your time that you have spent with us.
It's preferable. I wouldn't say it's enjoyable.
See? Preferable.
Aw, he loves us. Look at him. Little vampire boy.
Kirsten, friend. Kirsten goes and hugs Azrael.
Aw.
Azrael, do you
And then what?
accept?
Kirsten.
Yeah, I let him.
Okay.
And then I look
Gives you a
over, I
great
look
big
over
hug.
at Serafina. Yeah, and I'm just like, oh fuck, because I'm like skinny and scrawny.
Mhm.
I look over at Serafina and I'm like, you call me boy, but I've been on this world for far longer than any of you probably have.
And I go, I bet. I say, indeed. Is that true? Well, how old are you?
Well, I wish I could tell you, but I was unfortunately stuck somewhere that I couldn't get out of, and a lot of time probably passed.
Okay, because you know, I'm actually also immortal. So
Oh, you're immortal too?
yeah, been alive for over 200 years myself.
Damn.
Are you undead?
No, it's
Huh.
just no. There's no cap on how long we live. Wait, hold on. Wait, Buff, did we agree on that? That was in the character sheet. Just as a quick aside, is that true?
Yeah.
I think we agreed on that, but I just want to make sure you're not
you
like.
don't have an end time. It's not that you can't die. It's that you
Oh,
don't
yeah.
die of old age.
I don't die of natural causes. Yeah.
Right.
Right. Okay. Sorry. Quick fact check. Yes. And when I say immortal, I mean I can't die of old age.
So we're quite alike then.
Indeed.
Could be useful actually.
Hmm.
And then I start to like resist Carstan's hug. I'm like, Carstan, that's enough.
As you guys are finishing up this discussion, another cart passes, and it passes between you and you guys and Charles and Captiva. As this cart passes through, you look on the other side, and you see that they are gone.
I turn back.
How tall was the cart?
What the hell?
What's that?
Like, was it one of those?
Where'd they
Was it
go?
one of those carts with like the big covering over the top of it?
It's like a horse. It's like a horse-drawn carriage. It's like a wagon.
Yeah, I was just
It
gonna
looks
ask
like it
like
just
roughly
had,
if I had
like-
seen like the top of their heads disappear from over
It's
the
still
top of the carriage.
it's still trotting along towards the city.
Okay.
Would I have seen anything with my height being like?
So
Oh,
make a
damn.
perception check.
Yeah, let's see, D20. I got a 19 plus.
Ooh.
What's perception?
Dude, stop!
19 plus 4, so I got a 23 total.
Yeah, you noticed that as the cart was trotting by, it wasn't very. It was very subtle, but the cart slowed down a little bit as it was passing through, and you kind of looked over. You saw a couple hands reach in and take both of them in quickly and silently
They got yoinked. Well,
as the
should
cart
follow
kept
that.
going on.
cart. Ship. Guys, we need to
Well,
follow
I
that cart.
mean, that's only if I tell you guys what I see.
Oh, okay.
And you have to
Well, no.
remember. You have to
The thing
remember.
is, they're still gone.
Everybody
They're
else,
They're still gone.
yeah.
We don't know where they went.
Exactly,
They
but
could have run into the forest
all
behind.
sides-
us.
So Karstan,
all signs point
at knowing
to
that, well, hold on.
carriage.
So Karstan, knowing this, what do you
Okay.
do?
Kostan just looks around confused. And then he sees a little squirrel run from a tree and goes, oh, and forgets what he's seen.
The caravan rides along into the city.
Okay. Also, exactly how we're gonna get Carstan into the city without having issues, or how we're gonna get this guy, and then I put my hand on top of Moron's head. I'm like, how we're gonna get this guy in there without issue too?
I mean, isn't he fully wrapped up?
Moron.
I was about to say, if he's fully wrapped up, it should be a problem for him.
He's wrapped up, but as you can see, he's not quite capable of talking yet, and
Just
And it's
say.
Don't want to talk.
Anyway, no.
yeah, and he does stuff like that. Okay, that's I don't know if people are gonna be okay with that.
I'll leave this
Gotcha.
one up to you guys.
Do we just test our luck and just walk in, see what happens?
I usually advocate for the sensible option. Go crazy. I'll do whatever you guys think is right.
Kosta want to see city. And Kostan goes walking off into the city.
Might as well.
All right.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Goodness.
Are we
I-
following?
I quickly get out of Moron's bag a rope and like about like 3 feet of rope. I tie it around my waist and his so he doesn't get lost.
All right. So as
Wait,
Karstan
okay,
is
yeah.
dragging you along because he has much faster movement speed.
Oh
than
no
you.
no 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 no!
No,
I'm
it,
Moron.
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 I
Okay,
thought
yeah,
it was
yeah.
Karstan too, and I'm like, that's not long enough.
So
Yeah,
as
yeah.
But
so
yeah,
you
yeah.
you go ahead and do that as you start walking along. You feel an occasional tug and as he kind of wobbles and walks along with you. For the most part, he just follows you around normally, though. You just know that if it's in a crowded city, he could very easily lose sight of you. And he's kind of like a dog in the sense that he always knows where his master kind of is. But you know, it could be hours if he gets lost before he finds you again.
Yeah.
You guys arrive at the city gates of Komlotany, and if you guys want to look on screen, on the stream,
Yeah,
you guys should be able to see a little bit of the town of Komlotany right there.
Oh. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Where are
How
we?
made
We have
that?
We on the.
Can we get a copy of that in the
Yeah,
Discord?
I'm putting it in campaign info right now. You guys will get a full map.
Very
This is a
much.
sick map, dude.
Wait.
Can we get a W in the chat for Buff's Town? Like that
I
looks
actually
cool.
cleaned it.
Okay, delete that.
So are we coming from the top side or the bottom? Like, I'm guessing that big road is what? What is that big?
You're
great
coming up. You're coming up from. Let me show you guys as soon as I get this up for you.
Yeah.
Give me just 1 second.
Big W, dude.
Here it is.
I'm assuming the big path through the middle is the river, maybe? I don't know. It looks like it could be a river.
As soon as it's uploading right now. But basically, you guys are coming in from the bottom up. So you guys are coming in from that south pathway onto Coors Bridge, into the White Cow Chapel area and the ring.
Okay, got you.
And
Okay,
right
that
there,
looks-
where that small cluster of buildings is, it's actually where there's like a soldier checkpoint where there's a couple of soldiers there and a couple of people looking around and trying to figure out, you know, basically scanning people as they come in and around. You guys
Dude, good job on the
arrive
map.
at the city gates. Yeah, this is actually shout out to all the. You guys can find so much free stuff to generate stuff. This is actually a map generation. I just kept clicking refresh until I found one I liked. Very cool map of a city map of Komlotany right here. Yeah, so you guys walk up and two guards greet you. One of them is both of them are human. One of them is a little bit gaunt, and another one's just like big and bulky and has a huge gut. The armor's kind of the you can see like the skin's kind of leaking out of the armor, and it's trying to tuck it all in. And he's halt there, fellow warriors in arms. Welcome to our town. Takes a bread roll and starts eating it. The other one who he kind of looks on the other guy with envy.
Is either of you in charge? Or can we
yeah.
speak to like
Yes, that would be me. I am.
Oh,
I.
So, like, what's your rank? Are you a captain? What are you?
Oh, no. Captains don't watch doors or pathways leading into the cities. My name's Gary. Gary, and this is Harry.
Gary and Harry.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. All right, so what we're gonna do here is I'm just gonna ask you a couple of questions, and then we'll be allowed inside the city. No problem, no foul. First things first. Is there any undead with you?
What would you consider as undead?
Well, you know, not living anymore, not necessarily, you know, stiff or still, but you know, still dead, but still animated.
I
Like
go,
a
sir, with all due
He
respect,
starts
I know you have to
eating into a
ask
bread
that,
roll as
but
well.
you know, do we not look full of life and beautiful to you? I think you already know the answer to that question.
I find life beautiful, little lady. Don't
Oh,
trust
me
me there.
too.
But I do still have to check to make sure there's no undead, or else I
Totally
get fired and my
understandable.
family gets thrown out of their
Oh,
house.
So,
yeah,
so,
totally normal. We have no undeads. I look over to Azrael and I'm like,
so here's
no
the thing.
undeads.
So here's the thing, Gary. Right.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I heard that you guys had a bounty on on a I don't know, some necromancer or something. We actually dealt with her. So the only thing undead you're gonna find
What?
is So the only
Oh,
thing
her
undead you're
arm.
gonna find is her arm. Yeah. Let me just grab it from my simple
Can I
cousin.
see that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Hold on.
Of
Just
course,
give me a
Gary,
second.
just for you, yeah. We'll pull that out.
Oh,
I go over to
all right. He
Moron.
reaches out, grabs another bread roll.
Yeah. I
Harry's
whisper
kind
to
of like,
Moron.
can I? Okay.
I whisper into Moron's ear. I'm like, don't make a single sound. Like I'm just like, don't make a single sound. And then, no, shut up, don't talk. And then I open the bag and I get the arm out, and then I show it to the to Gary and Harry.
Wow.
But I don't hand it over. I hold it.
Yeah, he just kind of looks in close, like, yeah, that seems like an undead arm to me. He's gonna reach out and grab me. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I'm like playing around with him as well. Like,
Go ahead, Seraphina, roll deception.
All right. I also just realized there's a thing on my character sheet on D&D Beyond that says I should have been rolling with
We lost him.
disadvantage for dexterity and advantage for charisma-based things.
Uh-huh.
Is deception charisma-based or is that different?
That's like straight charisma and dexterity checks. So this is
Oh,
just,
okay, cool,
these
cool,
are just
cool.
your normal modifiers.
Oh my god, fuck, I rolled a nat 1.
Oh no! All right, we're gonna wait for Sylvia to get back.
Yeah, I kind of want to know. I kind of want to see how they reacted to
They look as you say that. You're like,
was I
yeah.
deceiving?
There's what? So how do you say it again? What did you say?
Like, to be fair, what was I deceiving them about? Wasn't it?
They asked if
Azrael
there was any
talking to me?
undead, and you said
Oh,
that there
fuck.
wasn't.
Oh no.
Um,
no.
So they kind of look at you and say, "Well, seems as if we got a little bit of a naughty Nelly here, boys." And Harry looks over at Gary and says, "Little lady, you know, it's not very nice and kind to lie to city guards. I need to know exactly what undead you have around you, and if we can potentially help you out eradicating it."
Oh, of course. Let me just show you. And I turn around, and I cast Enthralling Performance on the two guys. And the song I choose for Enthralling Performance is this. I take out my lute very fast, and I begin to dance to this song while gyrating.
Perfect.
lagging. It's tied in
It's
and out.
lagging a little bit, but I get the gist. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's the song that I use.
All right. Let me look up Enthralling Kiss really quick.
Performance.
Enthralling Performance, that's right. Your Draining Kiss is what I'm thinking of. So, yeah, it takes about 1 minute to perform. An inspiring act. Yeah, as soon as you start performing it, let's see. Each target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw. What's your spell save DC?
It is 16.
Okay.
Ooh.
So you have to roll 16 or higher. I'll give them +1 because why not? Okay, first one fails.
Okay.
Second one passes. So Gary fails and Harry succeeds. So Gary goes, "Oh wow, that was a really good performance there, little lady. That was just wow."
I go, thank you. I love Shakirith.
Yeah,
Shakira.
I heard that
I like
she's
that
really
too.
good at what she does.
Wonderful world-class performer.
Harry comes up to you and says, "We'll need that. We'll need to know what's undead here now."
I go, Oh, sir, I thought, Gary, I thought you were in charge here. My apologies.
Now, Harry. He kind of freezes. There's no need to hassle the young lady now. It's just, she said there was no undead. We saw the hand that's clearly undead. She must have been talking about the hand.
I was talking about the hand. Thank you, Harry. I mean, Gary.
Yeah, it happens all the time. No worry, little lady.
So, gentlemen, are we free to pass, or is there
I
anything else
have
you guys
more
need to know?
questions, actually, now that you ask.
Okay.
Okay. So no one dead besides the hand. That's fine. Number 2. Are you planning on overthrowing the Namekian Empire?
Is that even possible?
Yeah, no, I don't think it is, but people sure still try.
Well, there must be senseless folk, because why would you try to overthrow an entire empire, right? I mean,
Gee, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I said.
ridiculous.
That's
And
ridiculous.
we're pretty smart people here, right? And now
Yeah.
I'm just like nodding to
Yeah.
everybody.
Do you have any rot or illness or like disease that's gonna spread throughout the town and cause plague and destruction and decimation?
Actually, I'm quite fortunate. I have a pretty good immune system, and so far nobody's even caught cold out of the entire party here. So
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we take
that's good.
zinc. We take zinc daily. We wash our hands. Yeah, we're good.
yeah.
As he
Well.
says that, Stan lets out a big sneeze in the back.
Whoa! I barely noticed you, big guy. Well, you're all welcome inside. Your Minotaur is, we can make an exception. It's fine. It's fine. Just make sure he doesn't get into anything fragile or anything like that. And don't go to Blumsky's store.
Oh, what's in Blumsky's store?
Yeah, I've never been, but you just, you hear horrible things about a place and you just don't want to go in there.
Oh, interesting.
So actually,
I feel like telling not to go and make them go.
Cinnabon, you are very much robotic. Give it a quick second. I think your Wi-Fi is just coming back.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
But we'll continue on. So yeah, the guards let you pass. And they go, yeah, go right ahead. And Harry's just like, I haven't eaten in 5 days. And Harry goes, should have brought more food, man. I don't know what to tell you.
actually, before we carry on walking, can I ask them where I can hand in the bounty, and also the bounty place, the blacksmith, and a tavern that might be able to accommodate a large fellow.
A map.
Well, the only blacksmith we have in town is the one that does stuff for the soldiers. He's been known to do some private workings here and there. You can go check around the barracks area, and the barracks area is actually the same place that you'll be collecting the bounty. And you're going to be looking for Captain Oslov, or Oslov. It's Oslov. You're going to be looking for Captain Oslov, and he'll be sure to give you that bounty right away.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Have a good one.
Oh, and what else you were looking for? A tavern. The
Tavern. Less than big guys.
Yeah, the best place to find the best ale is the Leaky Winky. All right, the Leaky Winky is the best place to go.
I mean, you guys were.
I don't like the sound of that.
Really quick as well, if I remember correctly from what Buff said last session, isn't this the town where we can find the place to pick up the rings?
Oh yes. Oh, you're looking for the general store. That's Egon's Oddities. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys, you walk through the town. You go past the bridge, and you go past the White Cow Court to the Three Rings, and you'll find Egon's oddities. You can't miss it. It's a big giant golden store.
Oh, shiny.
Yeah, we'll get you some shiny Carstan, don't worry.
Oh.
Shiny and new.
Also, to Harry, who said that he hadn't eaten as we were going to walk past him, Kostad hears it and just puts a small little apple in his hand that he picked up on the way here as he walks past.
Harry looks at you, looks at the apple, throws it on the ground.
Oh. Kostad puts his head down. Oh.
I just grab Carstan by the fur and just tug him along, like, let's go.
All right. So you guys made it past the checkpoint. What do you guys do now?
Tavern? Or no, we turned in our bounty.
Okay, so alright, so they already have a problem with undead, and mind you,
Yeah.
like I'm whispering this to everybody. They have a problem with the undead. If me and Moron, problems, so maybe one of you guys should hand it. I'm gonna have to trust
Yeah.
one of you guys to handle
I
it.
was about to
Master,
suggest the
do
same. I suggest that you maybe use some of your stealth, keep yourself safe, and we will bring the bounty back. And give it,
I mean, but then on second thought, we are handing in the bounty. Why would undead walk into this place, right?
I can
Like-
do it.
Yeah,
Kostad, do it.
well, Carstan, I don't think like they're gonna be very happy with you.
No,
handing the
you're a
bounty.
moron, remember?
No, moron's the moron.
How about I do it? I don't have need for material wealth the same, so I don't mind bringing it back.
Okay.
All right.
Then we
I
also
mean,
have
Robbie and Karstan could come for sure if they want to as well.
leg of loss.
Oh, I mean, leg
Leg
of
of
yeah,
loss.
leg
No, I have a
of
leg.
loss. Yeah, leg of loss, and Karstan
All right.
for sure could come.
Okay.
So you guys,
Kostad's gonna stick with Azrael actually, in case it's better for the potential trouble to stick together.
In
so
conspicuity.
who's going to who's not going with the bounty?
So I
I'm going to turn the bounty in, right? And then who else?
okay. So I grab the hand and I give it to leg of loss.
Okay.
Ah, an arm for a man without a leg.
Yeah, it's a bad joke. I'm sorry, but we gotta hand that in for some gold.
That's fine.
And-
Let's do this.
And unfortunately, I'm gonna need all the gold since I did give gold for the village.
Aww. That's fine.
Well, I mean, we're gonna go to a blacksmith. I'm thinking of selling some stuff, so I'll cut you in on some things if you want to.
Perfect. We all gotta feed our kids here.
It's true. It's true.
Kostad don't have kids.
Well, except for Karstan, he doesn't have kids.
Well, Carstan, can you
Kostad
even
is
make kids?
hungry. Yeah?
Can you make kids, Carstan? Have you tried?
Kostad not sure how to make kid.
So I'll explain to you in the tavern later.
Okay.
All right.
Is it the one you got?
Yes,
Kind of.
You good? Okay.
I know.
Perfect.
Kinda cooked.
The audio seems a bit better.
And-
The camera doesn't seem to be.
Oh, is
Yeah.
it? Yeah, no, okay, so I'm on a hotspot right now because the internet here in Wisconsin doesn't like to work these last few days.
Oh man, that's okay.
Yep.
We will let you fix your technical difficulties, and we'll keep playing along. So, Azrael, you're stealthing off. Where are you going?
Oh, I'm not gonna stealth. I'm
Hmm.
taking Moron, and I'm taking, or I'd like to take Carstan to to somewhere I can like trade armors and weapons and stuff like that, like a blacksmith.
Okay. Yeah, you guys both walk across the bridge into that little section where those four buildings to the left, and it's kind of an open courtway into this military encampment area. You start hearing the ting 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 clanging of a blacksmith over around the corner. You drag Carstan over near that area. Meanwhile, Leg of Loss, Sylvia, and Serafina all go with the hand, and they walk over into one of the buildings where they are. They're kind of ushered into the building and told to wait in the main entrance area. They are. You guys are waiting in for a little bit. You guys notice that the architecture is very elven in design. It's very sleek, very slim type of architecture. The wood is very nice and polished. It looks like this place has been had a lot of upkeep to it, or it's very hard for it to deteriorate. You guys notice that there's a lot that this is definitely a refurbished building. You see a lot of human trinkets, odds and ends, like the goblets, the fine silvery, all looks very much human, but the architecture and the furniture looks elven. And as you guys are walking around and kind of inspecting everything, a soldier comes in and ushers you into an office. What do you guys do?
Ew, what are we going? What are we doing?
Captain Oslov will see you now.
All right. So I guess we
Okay.
walk.
This is our moment.
You guys walk in.
Leg of Lost grabs the arm.
The
Walks
soldier
in. Sorry.
closes the door behind you. You guys are in a nice carpeted room, or it's not carpeted. It's hardwood, but has a carpet on top of it. Little books here and there. Behind, up against the back wall is like a stand for armor that doesn't have any armor on it, and like 2 spears and a sword, and a mace on it as well. Sitting down in front of a nice oak wood desk, you see a man in full armor, half-orc man, with 2 almost tusks coming from the bottom, jutting out from underneath his mouth. You get the feeling that this you see like a scar, one scar across his forehead, and you get the feeling that this is the illustrious Captain Oslov.
So I walk straight in, make eye contact, smile, and I immediately hurl 3 compliments at him and watch his face to see if any of them make him seem to be happy. First, I compliment the fact that I go like, wow, I can't believe, what a nice office. I can't believe they went through the trouble of putting carpets over hardwood floors. That's really cool and high effort. And then I also say, wow, I love all the weapons on the wall. It's so impressive and so cool and so scary and strong, deadly.
And dedicated to death.
And dedicated to death. And then I go, you're also, of course, a very handsome and fearsome looking individual. I would certainly respect you on the battlefield.
Duh. Sit, yes.
What she means to say, your Captain Oslovness, is that you're very cool, and yeah, we'd like to, just have a really quick, cool dialogue with you. But we sit down at the table with Oslov.
I am to understand you have an arm.
Yes.
Oh, you mean this old thing? Pulls out the arm, presents it.
The contract. This is for Lady Willow, so you say this is Lady Willow's arm, yes?
Yes.
Waves-
Well, what
waves
happened
the
was
arm.
we killed her, and she was dragged away by some sirens, I think they were. The rest of her was dragged away into the ocean.
But the arm
Yeah,
was
it's
not
very unfortunate.
edible.
Sorry about that. But we got her arm, see?
Well, we already cut it off. We held it, so they couldn't take it from us.
Go ahead and roll deception.
Okay. 19 plus 8 plus 20, so 27.
27. Okay.
And where is the heart?
It was still in her body when the rest of her body was dragged away.
Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
But the sirens there were
This is no
starving.
good.
I
This
think
is
they
no
had
good. A leech's heart must be destroyed, or else the Lich will rise again.
I
Why
think
isn't that
it
in the
was-
contract?
It was. I'm fairly certain it was eaten.
I think it was eaten and destroyed.
Are you sure of this?
Well, that's the only reason the sirens would drag her off, you know?
They sure do love to eat.
Yeah, they love to eat. I can second that.
He gets up.
This is very troubling. Very troubling indeed. And here's why. You know have heart. You know have kill. You know have kill. You know have gold.
Well, is there any way I can show you? I wish I could show you.
You guys, as you begin to talk, you guys hear from outside, "Attention!" And you hear all these soldiers, these clanging metals, all these soldiers coming together in this form of rigid stance.
Captain Oslov says, "What is the meaning of this?" He gets up. "I am captain. I give attentions. No one else."
He starts walking out of his office when before he gets to the door opens, and in front of you guys, you see a man with brown, dark gray, torn, worn out, completely almost demolished armor. In front of you he has on his belt a sword with very worn out and a worn out handle with like little bits and scraps of leather sticking out of it, with a very rough rusted bronze bottom to it. You see a very young man, human, with shaven face and curly hair. You get this man could be no more than 20 to 22 years old. He looks over at the Captain Oslov. He says,
"Hello, my friend." Oh. You gave me heart attack. Everyone, attention, attention, attention.
he looks at all of you guys and
Stand for Emperor.
Ooh, I only have one leg. Who's it? Oh, Emperor. Bows down. Curtsies.
Everyone, this is Commander in charge of forces, Emperor Domekia.
Oh, I am so sorry. Your Honor, I leave.
Really, there's no need. I appreciate that, Oslov. I didn't mean to intrude and interrupt. I had some business to attend to. I shouldn't have barged in like this.
No, come. These people were just leaving. They gave me fake hand.
It says fake hand. What do you mean? He goes, and he looks at you guys. What do you guys mean? He gave him a fake hand?
He thinks that the arm we got is not a real artifact of the wretched witch that we just destroyed.
Wretched witch? Are you what? You guys killed a witch in Debekia?
Well, more of a vile.
Do you mean lich?
Lich. More of a vile lich than a witch.
You're talking about Lady Willow.
Yeah, she's kind of witch-like, but she's actually a lich for sure.
You guys defeated her.
Of course we did. We're unstoppable.
It's just you three?
Well, there's more of us, but yeah, we did it. Now we're here to claim our prize.
Oh, of course. Oh my gosh. You guys have saved me a trip. I was just coming up to check on this.
So you were already aware of this?
Yeah, that and a couple of other things that are plaguing this land. He kind of looks over at Oslov kind of shrinks back in his seat. He says, I'm a man of business, and I'm a man of power. I'm a man of conquering. I can't have my lands conquered and then taken over by somebody else. You know what I mean? It just doesn't work.
I completely understand that.
So, therefore, Ozlov, you gave out some sort of bounty for this woman, yes?
100 gold pieces.
And he says, pay them. Give them the money.
Oh,
Da. And he looks over
Your
at Ozlov
Royal
and he
Highness,
says,
maybe he can give us more. 200 for all of our trouble.
Now, you know, the price is set where it's set. It's
Can
not
I
good
roll
to be
for
greedy.
luck?
Can you roll for what? Go ahead and roll
For luck?
persuasion.
Okay, one
Come on,
second.
not 20.
Alright, so I just rolled D20, right?
Yeah, roll straight D20
Just out of
and then
curiosity,
add,
before you roll it, what's your persuasion modifier?
yeah, add your persuasion modifier to it from your D&D Beyond sheet.
Yep. Alright, let's
You should
see.
have high
Persuasion.
I believe.
Okay, so my D&D Beyond, where's Persuasion? There's so many stats.
Should be
Right below
next to-
performance.
Middle column somewhere.
Middle column. Oh, Persuasion, I have +3.
Okay, and what'd you roll?
So,
I have
16. I rolled D20, I got 16.
So you got
Oh, nice.
19.
19.
He says, young man, there's nothing wrong with asking for more, but there is something wrong with me if I accept it right now. 100 gold pieces, I think, is fair.
Fine. We'll take it. The next time, don't give us such a hassle when we turn in our contract. Thanks.
Ozlov says, yes, fair adventures. And the Emperor stands grandly, looks over at Ozlov and says, and perhaps if you were as efficient as these adventurers, you would be able to take care of that worm problem as well. And he says, Ozlov, what happened? He says, Ozlov, I expect you to keep your city under peace and the areas around it. I gave you this position for a reason. You will uphold, or I will find somebody who can.
Da, sir. Da.
quick check aside. What was the name of the guy commanding Oslov right now?
Emperor Domekia.
Wait, what? He is the Emperor of Domekia?
His name is Emperor Domekia.
Oh, okay.
That means he's the Emperor of Domekia.
I think those are the rules, right? Like, you can't just be named Emperor Domekia if you're not the Emperor of Domekia.
Yeah,
Sounds-
can you clarify that?
And then you
Sounds
have
about
to
right.
remember how Orby
You
was
guys,
just talking.
go ahead and roll. What would it be? Go ahead and roll history. Actually, do a history check.
You go ahead, Juliet.
Yeah, whoever wants to do it.
Okay, I only have a +3 in history. It's not one of my strengths, so if someone else wants to do it instead of me,
That's okay.
and has a higher...
Any number of people can do it.
Anyone that's present.
Yeah, anybody who's present.
Hold
Here,
on.
I'll roll again. I'll roll
Bob, can you
again.
check mine?
Whoever has the highest intelligence.
Yeah, I
should
can
do it.
roll for you if you want, Sylvia.
Yeah, so
Okay.
whoever has the highest intelligence.
Yeah, no, what's my
Mine is +3.
I'm sure my history is pretty high.
Yeah, let
Mine's
me
plus
look up your
3.
history right now.
Isn't it like 6 or something?
Let's see. Sylvia, you rolled a 13 plus your history proficiency, which is +7. So you rolled a 20.
Damn.
Alright.
Did anybody roll above a 20?
No,
Okay.
I rolled a 7.
Okay. So Sylvia, you would know through your studies and your readings that the Domekian Empire is actually a pretty recent installment of a country, and they have been expanding and conquering territories as they go along. It started out with this man's father, and now it has been passed. The mantle has been passed on to the son. They are apparently very zealous about conquering territories and figuring out how to expand and conquer and overcome all sorts of territories. You do know, however, they leave Gigi Although they own Gigi, Gigi's its own separate entity. They decided to keep that way to maintain that diverse culture there, and basically keep up with that type of culture as a gift of mercy. But Gigi is
It's more of like an
basically
occupation.
conquered. Yeah, they're conquered by Domekia. They answer to Domekia, but they
get to keep their cultural things.
They're like separate from them. But if there were to be like a call to arms, the people from Gigi would have to go towards Domekia. But this guy is, you know him as Stuart Domekia is his full name. And he is the emperor, and he has a dream of conquering the entire continent of Stoia. As his father had failed to do so, he has now taken up his mantle and has actually gained more territory in the past 3 years than his father did in his entire lifetime.
Oh,
Nice. Good history talk.
Yeah. So Sylvia, you know that. Do you want to pass that information on to your party?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you start going off and babbling about all of this, and he says, "Oh, a fellow scholar. I'm blushing. I didn't realize that I was with a fan." He looks up and says, "You could learn a bit from these people. Get your acting gear, or I'll find somebody who will." He says, "Da, da, sir, da." And he looks over to you guys and says, I'm a very busy man. I must be going, but thank you once again for keeping the Emperor's peace."
Thank you, Emperor.
And
It was lovely meeting you.
he goes to walk out and he says, "Oh yes, Oslov, what happened to the soldiers you sent out?" "Oh, the white cow, they go off. They don't come back." Looks like, did you guys? He kind of. Did you guys happen to come across any white cow soldiers on your way here?
I say, well, I actually was just, I was being held by Lady Willow when these wonderful people rescued me. I'm just a village girl far from her town. Just wanted to help accompany them to pay them back for the favor they paid me.
So no white cow soldiers anywhere?
I personally didn't see any.
We should check with our group because there's a lot of us, but I didn't see any either. I've been going through my own inner turmoils lately, and so I've been absent for a couple days.
He has been
very
kind of
well.
going through it, yeah. I've seen him look sad on multiple occasions.
And
I had to leave, I had to come back. It's been all over. But I'm here now.
Sylvia, what have you? Do you see any white cow
What
soldiers?
does their armor? What does their armor look like, or what are
they
how
wear
are they
they
dressed?
wear chain shirts, and they have cows over them that are just pure white. They are specializing
makes
in
sense.
undead.
I don't believe so.
Looks
If
over at
I
Oslov.
do remember, is there a way we can contact you?
Can talk to any of my soldiers, and they should and will take care of it. He looks over at Oslov. He says, "Oslov, the men you sent are either dead or missing. Either way, they are no more use to me. Get their families out of housing and give the housing to soldiers who deserve it."
Wow.
And he says, "You'll find in Domekia that weakness is not tolerated." And he walks out.
I quickly run after him and I say, "Sir, not to waste your time, I just wanted to say one thing quickly before you left, if you have a minute to chat."
Go right for it.
I just wanted to say, I love your work. I think you're wonderful. You have a wonderful voice. Not to mention, not to be crude, the amazing physique. I wasn't gonna say it, but if I'm listing the things that are great about you, I just wanted to know, in this time, of course, one can't keep up with each other with communications devices, but maybe the equivalent. Would you be interested in remaining contacts and just I love to make friends. I'm a very social person. I don't know if that's something that would interest you.
FBI, open up!
My God!
Oh,
Cantrip
Oh my God.
Breakers! Rating with a party of
Woo!
65! Yo, what's up,
Whoa.
everybody?
Yeah.
Welcome to the stream. Yeah, FBI, open up. Let's get in here, boys.
Hello.
Get in here, boys. Let's go, dude. Yeah, baby, let's go. All right. Yo.
My internet.
So
That's
for those
okay.
of you just joining,
nice.
Yeah.
Sunset Juliet, aka Seraphim,
Well, hold on.
right?
Let's discuss exactly what we are. My name's Bufflovin. I'm the Dungeon Master. Guys, thank you so much for following. This is
Thank
Legends of
you.
Stoia, the Hymns of Fate.
Oh my
This is a
gosh.
completely homebrewed campaign that we've all put together. Everybody
That's
here is relatively new to Dungeons and Dragons, but they're really good at being personalities on stream and giving us great role-playing content. Unfortunately, Sylvia Cinnabon, our mouse wizard, is having difficulty with her internet, but we are having a fun, great time. We just got done meeting the Emperor of the Domekian Empire. His name is Emperor Domekia. Imagine, right?
And Seraphina
He's
wants
fake.
a date.
And
Seraphina
Seraphina
I don't wanna
is
do.
trying to get them digits.
Yeah, trying to get
Yeah.
that number, dude.
Okay.
Well,
uh,
I didn't ask him
chance.
that directly. I said it in a much more subtle way.
Mhm.
I'm just putting it out there.
Okay, so go ahead and roll persuasion first off.
Okay. Okay, so
Let's go
let's
with that
see.
one.
Because I'm me, my persuasion's plus 11. Here's hoping for a good roll. Hoping for a
God.
good roll.
You got plus 11?
Yeah, give
Yeah.
us a good roll.
What?
Persuasion's my highest. Okay, 15 plus 11, so 26.
Ow.
He says,
You about to be pen pals.
lady, it would be my absolute
We can't hear you.
pleasure.
Bro, how the
We can't
fuck?
hear you,
How
bro.
the fuck
Fuck,
is
muted.
Seraphina about
He
to
says,
literally become the empress?
he says, milady, it would be my absolute pleasure.
Oh, wow. I
And he-
didn't expect that.
And he snaps, and as he snaps, he says, Chance! And you see coming up on a horse outside of the barracks unit, a man in a dark purple robe and a staff on a white horse comes galloping on. He says, yes, my lord. And he says, do your sending thing with this girl and we'll be in contact. And he says, of course, my lord. And he says, you'll be, your brain will get a message later tonight from Commander/Emperor Domekia.
It would be my honor, and I curtsy towards them first.
You can respond back 25 words or less.
Okay, that sounds wonderful.
No picture attachments.
Absence makes the heart fonder, am I right?
Oh, yes, of course. And he says, my lord, do I need to send more of your postage to women, or are we going to carry on? He says, Chance, shut up. and he gets on his horse, and they both go
Did his
galloping off.
sponsors call him a simp? Was that the medieval equivalent of that?
Pretty
No,
much.
he was just dropping in the fact that you're not the only one he's sending mail to.
No,
Oh.
not that. It's more of like sending's a very powerful magical spell, and he's basically using it as an AOL messenger.
Bro,
so we're just
straight
kind of
up, though.
peeved.
Seraphina up in here trying to become the fucking empress of
Yeah.
Domekia.
I look at him and I do the Debbie Ryan. I'm like, I better be on my way, but it was really nice meeting you. And I go back to my party.
His horse kind of stops and he says, "It was nice meeting you too." And he takes out his sword and he goes, "Onward!" And he starts charging forward. And then you see the wizard. You see the wizard with the staff. He looks at you. And starts galloping as well. Away. All right. So you guys go back into the office, and you see Captain Oslov, and he is. We have a worm. It is a big worm. It is eating stragglers and whereabouts over in the canyon below, above, to the west. We need to eradicate this. I have sent many soldiers. None have been able to eradicate said worm. I've asked Blumsky. Blumsky doesn't want worm. Blumsky says worm's stupid. I don't understand Blumsky. Don't go to Blumsky's shop. However, I could tell you guys to go to the worm, and in the worm you will find gold.
Just a quick question. Why does everyone hate Blumsky? Why? What's up with him?
We don't talk about Blumsky. We talk about the worm. Okay, so 50 gold, yes.
Okay. How about 100?
100 is for leech. 50 gold for worm.
Worms are disgusting, though.
Leeches are worse.
Didn't you say that's how much is in the worm? It's inside the worm.
No. There's gold in killing worm. I bring you gold for killing worm.
Okay.
He's
Okay,
using
got it.
figure of speech.
Yeah.
My tusks sometimes make it hard to pronunciate.
You're good.
However,
You're
50
good.
gold, rotten worm, come back, I give 50 gold. Yes? Deal? Yes?
Legolas looks at Serafina.
I think
Oh.
I don't know, Oslov. I think we should try and negotiate because my heart says 150. How about we settle on 90?
Now you're talking.
70 gold.
85.
75, no higher.
80 in a dance? My dances are usually worth 200.
You did see the Shakira dance at the gate.
Go ahead and roll persuasion.
Yes, Okay.
Yet again.
My character's OP in persuasion. Okay.
My money!
17 plus 11, 28.
28. Okay. He goes, 80 and a dance would be delightful. I will
Okay,
see you over at
so
the Leaky Winky, yes?
Yes. Later tonight?
Nah,
Okay. It is the date.
I must continue with my work.
And
I understand.
He ushers you guys out. And you now have a quest to defeat this rotting worm for 80 gold.
Nice.
Upon its death, the completion of its death there. You get the information from the soldiers outside to where this worm might be. You have the general idea. We now move on to Karstan and Azrael, who are at the blacksmith. So you guys arrive at the blacksmith. You guys see a very leathery, worn, old human face, probably close to 60, 70 years old. And this guy has veins popping out of his very dark, tanned arm, and he's just pounding away at this hot metal that he has crafting underneath an anvil below. He puts it, he quenches it in oil. You see fire burn out. He takes it out, just slamming away at it. You get the feeling that it's some sort of halberd that he's building. What do you guys do?
I look over at Karstan. Karstan, is there anything you want? Are you happy with your weapon?
Karstan weapon do good now. Karstan not sure.
Do you like to wear armor? Is armor good for you? Because you're just walking around in fur right now.
No.
Don't like it?
Karstan no like. Karstan like be free.
Oh,
He
yeah.
says as he runs his hand like across his fur.
Okay. I turn to the blacksmith. Blacksmith,
Ah,
I have a sword that I'm not exactly sure what it
hold
is.
on.
Ting, ting, ting. I can't ting hear you. Ting over ting the metal. Ting ting ting.
Yeah, okay.
He puts it away. What can I help you with?
Okay, so I have a sword that I'm not exactly sure what it is. Could you have a look at it for me, please?
A sword that you don't know what it is. It's a sword.
Right, but it's weird looking. Like, you'll understand when I show you.
Yeah, so are you, but I don't care what you are.
He
I'll
called
let-
you weird looking.
You're lucky I need you. I take out the sword. That was
Everyone needs something.
the common drop thing that we
Yeah,
got from last.
you got the crescent-shaped sword. Yeah, you hand it to him. He looks over. He's like, "Yeah." He sees the pale energy glowing from it. He's like, "It seems to be some sort of enchantment. Perhaps if you take it to somebody who deals in enchantments and not weapons, you might figure it out."
Yeah, well, it's also a weapon, so I would have thought that you
Yeah.
would have known what it is.
Well, I'll tell you what I do know about it. You can take it out and you can stab or you can slice somebody with it, and it'll deal damage. Puts it
Yeah.
out. Here you go.
Yeah, and then I like sort of like waft my little cloak up to see like my daggers, my scimitar, and like a hint of a crossbow. I'm like, yeah, I know how to do damage.
He says, "Yeah, I get it." He props down a rope that you see behind him, and a leather covering drops down, and behind this wall you just see a cavalcade of swords, spears, halberds, any axes, any sort of weapon you can possibly imagine, just behind on this weapons rack that he has hanging up.
Quick
Says,
exposition for the sake of the stream. Is this the medieval equivalent of the James Bond tech walls that Q
Yes,
always like?
very much so.
Okay.
except none of them. You see some of them are aglow with some sort of enchantment, but for the most part, they're mostly non-glowing.
Is there any nice looking axes that are glowing?
Go ahead and roll perception or investigation. Investigation, whichever one you have higher.
So blacksmith. All right, enough of this buffoonery.
Okay, so I got 11 total, so I don't see shit compared to.
11 total. Yeah, you see that some of them are aglow. You don't get the feeling that any of them are particularly like super powerful.
I hand the blacksmith my daggers. I'm like, I just need better daggers. Do you have better daggers than this?
Let me see.
Well, make sure you hold on to them because they're gonna go back into the belt. Just don't let go.
Okay.
And then
He holds on to it. He's like, yes. He kind of traces. He doesn't listen to you. He puts one down and traces the first one. And he goes, yes. This seems to have some sort of channel on it, not an attachment. But and as he looks out, the other dagger disappears onto your sheath. He goes, aha! That must be what it is.
And then I take out the dagger. I'm like, I need better ones. These aren't.
Right. Yeah, I can tell they're pretty shitty.
Yeah. Okay.
Listen, I can, if you want to unattune them for me, I can work them into sharper implements. But this takes a while.
How long of a while?
Well, I have to serve all of the soldiers and the people of the city. There's a lot of pitons and nails to make. Also upgrades in armor and weaponry from the casual travelers by. I give it 2 to 3 days. I have both of them done.
2 to 3 days.
Sharper though, yes.
How much sharper?
Oh, sharp enough to kill.
Okay, how's this? You give me a pair of daggers to hold on to and to look after. You sharpen those, and then I'll pay you for the sharpening.
And how much do daggers normally run you?
How much do daggers normally run me? Well, I mean, I found these. They kind of fell into my lap a little bit, so I wouldn't know how much.
Yeah, I can tell they were found. I can't believe somebody actually picked them up. But
okay, well, in times of need, we do what we must, right?
I guess. You got me there.
Okay.
I can do 4 gold pieces to borrow 2 daggers.
and sharpen mine.
Yes.
Done.
He
Actually, Blacksmith, if I paid you more, could you speed up the process by any chance? Because I don't know if I'm going to be here for 2 or 3 days.
I get paid by soldier. I get
How
paid
much?
by military. Constant money, income. Job security, yes? I give you 50 gold. Or you give me 50 gold, I give you daggers tomorrow.
Mm. Deal.
nah. He grips your hand and very firm grip, shakes it. He goes,
Yeah.
here you go. He takes two daggers out of the flames and he says, you put these in your sheaths, yes?
Yeah.
All right. You put those in your sheaths. As you do, he takes the dagger, puts it on the table in front of you and waits, and he says, aha. It does not recall back into your belt.
Okay. I pay him 25 now, so I'm going to give you 25 now. And first thing in the morning, I'm going to be here. I'm going to pay you the rest.
Good, because if you don't get back daggers.
That's fine. I would have paid for 25 gold for a fucking pair of shit daggers anyway. Wouldn't have been much difference, would it?
Well, ain't much difference in how you're killing now. And he takes your daggers, and he immediately puts the halberd, takes it out of the kiln, puts it to the side, and puts both of your daggers into the kiln, and he goes, now I am very busy, and the more distraction, the less time to work on daggers, if you mind.
I put the gold on the table, and then I hear Costa make a sound.
You immediately, he takes up the gold and.
Yes, Costa? You make his.
Kostan grabs his axe. He goes, yeah, Kostan want no better axe than this. As he puts the axe forward.
Which axe are you showing? The Aegis one?
The Aegis, yeah.
Okay. He takes the axe and he says, you won't be finding much better axes than this one around here. I'm a simple blacksmith, but this one has power.
Oh, okay. Kostan puts it back on his back.
Yes.
One last question. Where's the person that I need to talk to about enchantments?
Enchantments? I would try.
Yeah.
An enchanter! Maybe a wizard. You won't find any around here, but bigger cities, you will.
You may have a wizard.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have a.
Real quick question. What was the name of that shop that we were told not to go to?
You're talking about Blumsky's. Don't go there.
Kostan won't know how to go there. Kostan curious.
Trust me, it's not worth it.
Why not? Oh wait, I'm not there. Never mind.
You guys probably are walking up at this time.
Oh,
Have we arrived there by now? Okay,
Yeah, you guys
we burst
guys
in
find
going,
ways.
and why not? Like in a
I'm just so curious about this place too. It's like.
Yeah,
all right, so you guys you dealt with the blacksmith, and now the rest of the 3 members start walking in.
So I burst in, and we all burst in, and we could very coolly kind of ask, and why is that? When they say, you shouldn't go to Blumsky's.
Give me 1 second, please.
Sure.
Were you guys busting into the shop that like Bloomingdale's, the Blumsky's?
No, you guys. There's a tent that the blacksmith is in, and you guys are kind of intruding on his personal space as you all walk in.
Okay. Must be a big ass tent with a minotaur in there.
8 foot tall.
Yeah.
The minotaur's kind of hunched over, and you see that the blacksmith is kind of giving him the side eye as he sees the minotaur, and then 3 more people walk in. He goes, God damn it! What?
So I go, why shouldn't we be going to Blumsky's?
Blumsky's. Terrible place. Don't want to go there.
What's terrible about it?
It's Blumsky's. It's shit.
But as someone who doesn't know what Blumsky's is, are we at risk of death or being scammed?
I'll tell you what. You leave me alone, I'll give you a good piece of advice, okay? Don't ever step in Blumsky's store. Good day.
All right, but before I leave, I have one last question.
I
And I
can't hear
refuse
you
to
over
leave.
the tinging. Ting!
I stare at him and I just stare and I wait like this. It's not about Blumsky's. I want to give you money.
Ting!
All right, fine. I'll take my money elsewhere, and I leave with my gold.
Good riddance. Ting! Ting!
I walk
As
out
I
of
leave,
there.
I go, this man has no business sense, and look a little embarrassed.
As the rest walk out, Costan just sits there and keeps
Oh,
staring
great.
at him, hitting the bit of metal on the anvil.
Do you mind?
I peek my head back in. I'm like, Carstan, let's go.
Oh, pretty sound.
That's all right. We can get you trained on that, but leave this guy alone. This guy's
Oh,
a piece of shit. We should leave him alone.
okay. Costan goes out of the tent and his head gets caught on the top of it.
Go ahead and actually go ahead and roll dexterity.
God damn it.
Just a dexterity saving throw, actually.
Dexterity.
What,
Oh,
save-
dexterity.
Yeah, saving throw. Yeah.
Isn't
Oh,
that
no.
the one where...
So I got an 8 plus 2, so that's a 10.
Yeah,
Ugh.
your horn gets trapped in the tent, and you get stuck. The tent kind of collapses down around you, and you just, God fucking damn it! he starts taking the tent. He takes the tent. He rips it off your horn and throws it as far as he can. Which he's a pretty small old man, but it goes like 5 to 10 feet. And he's just, get out now! Ting, ting, ting.
I just walk off, like not even paying attention to it.
You see a bunch of you see
I kinda go like-
a bunch of soldiers run up, and he goes, "Fix this shit!" And they go running over to the tent to start helping him out,
I have
like putting
to
it back
laugh.
up.
I have to laugh.
Yeah.
I,
So you guys just met with the blacksmith. What are you guys doing now?
I start to go in search of a leather worker, if there's any leather worker in town.
That was a leather worker as well.
Oh,
Oh, fuck.
Sort of a jack of all trades blacksmith that he is. Not the best at any,
I'm like,
not the best
guys,
at any
I
one
don't-
thing, but you know.
Oh, no,
I'm
no.
like, guys, do you want to go to Blumsky's?
I mean, before you go anywhere, what happened with the gold?
Oh, I was able to negotiate a deal. There's apparently a worm that we should go kill. The original offer was $50. I raised it to 80 or gold bounty and a dance. So if you think that's a good quest for us to accept, we can head out.
What about gold from hand?
You
Yeah,
We
what-
receive it. We receive the gold, then we bring it back and give it to we give it to Azrael.
okay? So Legolas would have had the gold, I think. I think you were the one who. grabbed
Yeah,
it.
I present the gold to Azrael. You mean this gold right here?
How much?
100, just as agreed.
Okay. I grab it. Thank you, guys. So what's this worm you guys are talking about?
I don't know. There's a worm. I meant like it's kind of disgusting. So I negotiated a higher price because I understand, the ick factor and all.
As soon as she says the word worm, you see Moron's eyes start to glow that dark gray again.
Creepy.
Put my hand over his eyes, hoping like none would escape his face since they're supposed to be covered up.
I go, Azrael, what is that? What's happening with your kid?
My kid? That's
Yeah,
my
you made-
companion. That's also
made
your
him.
guys' companion. No, I didn't make him.
You
I
made him.
brought him back. I didn't make him.
Kind of made him.
He
No, I
raised
didn't.
him.
Uh,
He raised
named-
him.
I didn't raise him either.
Stand,
I
but
You taught him in first words.
Listen, this
Accept
guy was
your
supposed to be dead.
fatherhood, Azrael.
Okay, think about it, right? I'm no father, But this guy was dying uselessly. I shot him in the neck with a crossbow, and I killed him with daggers. This guy was useless. Now he's look at how useful Moron is now.
I kind of get a sense of pride from your voice right now. I kind of get the sense you're proud of him. You love him.
Yes.
Kind of.
I don't love him, but I very much enjoy his company because he does what he's told.
All right. Well, Moron, who taught you your first words? Who named you Moron?
The light starts fading back into his eyes. He said, "Moron."
Terrible twos, am I right?
Doesn't taste too good.
As this is happening, Costa butts into the conversations and goes, Costa want to see shiny shop.
Egon's?
Shiny.
I mean, we went to the blacksmith. I'll go wherever Carstan wants to go. I've got to look after him anyway. Mm-hmm. And then I tug Moron with the rope, and then I'll go off with Carstan. And you guys wanted to... What do you guys want to do?
Up to you guys.
All right. You guys...
We can go to the tavern.
Okay.
So,
you guys
the way I
see... Who's going to the tavern and who's going to the shiny shop, a.k.a. Egon's Oddities?
Shiny.
I'll go to the shiny shop. I thought it was
Blumsky.
Blumsky.
Bloomingdale's.
Dude, I said Bloomingdale's once. Everybody's like,
everybody's thinking Bloomingdale's.
It just replaced Blumsky's for me in my head. Now I'm like, what was its name? Bloomingdale's.
Yeah.
We are actually brand ambassadors for Egon's.
True. That is true.
Yeah, because we actually need to go grab our rings.
We do.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, I want to do that.
Okay. You guys go walking over to Egon's. You guys go through the what you think is the shopping district in the town. You actually guys go up. You were just at the barracks at that little four place right by the bridge. You guys walk past the White Cow Chapel. As you do, you see soldiers grabbing things from a house and kind of throwing them into the back of a wagon. And you see two kids and one mom dejectedly walking up to the horse carriage, and being ushered away from this house that's now being abandoned.
Real quick, as we walk past and see that, Costan's eyes flash red a little bit, and he's just good riddance. And then he does go back to normal.
Perfect. Yeah, as you guys walk up to what is called the Ring, that is the shopping district where there's like taverns and everything and kind of hustle and bustle. You walk down the main street. You guys see shops and like people selling spices and different cultured meats and cures. Somebody's offering potions. You kind of look at it, it just looks like regular water with like some like lemon drops stuck in it, like something like that. It looks fake. You guys keep walking along. You guys see a shop that says Blumsky's on top of it with the wood panel, and very bold brown lettering with light brown background to it. You try and look inside the windows. The windows are grimy to the point where you can't see through them, and the inside of the shop looks like it doesn't have any light. The door is closed as you walk by it.
I wonder what's in there.
I'm like, wow, that place looks so inviting. Let's consider stopping there at some point later.
All right.
Well, I mean, don't we have a worm to take care of?
Yeah, and let's also go to the shiny shop.
We need to get our rings. We're going to Aegon's, right?
Yeah.
Shiny shop.
You guys go to Egon's. It is just up ahead. As you guys are walking, you just see like almost like a beam of sunlight is on this shop. Just big, giant, shiny letters. Egon's Oddities spread out in gold and silver. There's this like big glass pane that's on it, and inside of it is just shimmering and sparkling chandeliers, goblets, certain weaponry. You guys walk in there. It is like a gold and white
look at this
checkered
place.
floor. With shelves of books lined up beside
Guys,
of
this
it.
place looks kinda
It's
shady. I
a
don't know
very
if it's
small
okay.
shop per se, but the production value, crisp and clean.
Oh, shiny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys go ahead and do you guys walk in?
I walk in.
Costa.
Yeah.
You walk in and you hear.
I'll hop in.
Yeah, you guys hear from behind the counter. Oh! More fans willing to meet the great Egon. You
How did
see
he...
you see a man walk out.
Sorry.
You see exactly what you saw on the sea, which is Egon in full bright golden armor, walking up to you. Oh!
Oh,
My
shiny.
God. You guys are back once again. Welcome. I've heard you're the mouse. You're the one-legged guy. I don't know you. Points at Serafina. Don't know you either. Looks at the Minotaur man, who is
Shiny.
yeah. The door is quite big, so you are actually allowed to come inside if you want. And he looks at, and he's like, and pale guy, yes, I know you guys. Welcome. You guys seem to be missing a few, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I think they made their own way into the city. I'm not too sure. I haven't been able to see them. And a couple people did disappear, but we do have new companions too.
Well, no worries.
Cuss and wave.
Don't really care about your companions. I only care about my coin. Speaking of which, we had a deal. And
You have a deal.
you definitely did pay. What was the deal? Was that you guys paid up front, right? Or did you have to pay
I think
half?
so, yeah.
About.
I'm asking the DM. I don't remember.
We did a deal. We did a deal for like 2K with the ruby, with the bloodstone gem. We
Right.
did a deal
Oh,
for like
Blood
2K.
Bowl, we got like the
A
money.
one.
Okay. Let me
Battle
look
Wall.
back. I know I wrote this down somewhere.
We get
While Egon's looking it up, what are the rings exactly?
so they have so because like as a group we decided on the hymns of fate as our like traveling parties like name. We're gonna have
Don't have the
rings
deal
that
written down.
like our insignia on it. So we're gonna have one for each member, and I forget what else is supposed to.
I think you guys already paid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You guys did.
Because the Bloodborne Ruby was like 2K. We got a battle one with it, and
Mhm.
then it covered the price
That's
of
right.
the rings as well.
Yes, that's right. So the payment of him giving you the ruby was taken out of that as a deal. That's right. Okay, thank you. Yeah. So you guys, he goes into the back. He pulls out a thing of ring. Go ahead and somebody who has the highest passive perception. I think that is Azrael, but let's double check.
Perception. I
Yeah,
have +5.
You have to be a 16.
+7.
What was it?
Does anyone have higher than a +7?
No, passive perception. It's going to be slightly to the left of where you're looking on your D&D Beyond
Oh, mine is
sheet.
7.
Oh,
I have a 13.
13. Okay, anybody who has a 16 or higher, let me know.
I have a 17.
17.
passive.
Perfect.
Mine's still loading.
15. It's quite
Okay.
low. What the
I can check for you, Sylvia. I know your internet's not the best right now. Your passive
Yeah.
perception is 14, Sylvia. And then Karstan, I'm guessing you don't have above a 16.
Yeah, 14.
14. Okay, so Azrael and Serafina, you guys, as he's walking away, you guys see a slight shimmer, and you see only for an instant for what this is. This is a disguise self spell that he has been using. Seems as if Egon uses. You two would know. From your, or Asphodel would actually know this, not Seraphina. From your dealings with him, you know that when he has chain stores all across the Demekian Empire and the country as well, and you know that he tells all of his mainstays of his store to disguise self as him in order to create brand loyalty.
That's so funny.
So
That is great.
yeah, he goes into the back. He comes back with a very nice polished wooden box with a metal clasp on it. He undoes the metal clasp, opens it up, and it's a very lovely, almost like a ring box. You see 7 rings inside. He says, I know you only wanted 5, but I like to go all out, so sue me.
No way. You didn't.
Oh, you know
didn't.
me.
Oh, stop.
He, oh no, you stop.
I'm like,
He signs a piece of paper and hands it to you. There you go, young lady. Spend that wherever you want. And he offers you guys the rings that you guys ordered.
We
And
take the rings,
Mhm.
and then I look up at Carstan, and I'm looking at the box.
It might fit on his horn.
On the tip of his horn?
Oh,
What if we do
The
an
very,
earring?
very
No,
earring would-
guys. The rings are enchanted. I didn't measure all of your ring sizes, right? You put it on your finger or any other pokey surface of your body, it'll automatically conform to it.
I look down and I look back up and I start smiling.
As you do this,
I take one.
As Seraphina kind of puts her head down, in her ears, she hears a nice humming tune of a lullaby she used to remember that her mom used to tell her, used to lull her to sleep.
aw, I get really happy.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, Gore. Thank you.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
with my new happiness, I accept the ring and I put it on and I ask him, like, I wasn't here last time. What kind of things do you sell at this establishment? Oh, great, Egon.
Oh, what don't I sell is the bigger question. I sell all kinds. Just, this is a smaller shop. Our mainstay is more inland, but whatever you want, I can try and provide.
I actually do have a question for you. I pull out my dancing
many people
apparatus. Do. So my dancing apparatus it's like those shimmery ribbon kind of dance.
It's the daggers attached to the ribbons, right?
Yeah, I thought it was a whip, but it can be daggers too if you prefer. It just said
I don't
whip
remember
in the...
what we decided on. We decided it was either a ribbon whip or knives with ribbons attached to it.
Yeah.
That's okay. Either or.
So it looks like a dancing apparatus, and it basically has concealed damage. So I ask him, is there anything you can sell me to enhance the damage of this? Maybe we can line it with a sharper material, or maybe we can imbue it with something or enchant it. Is there anything that you think would help with this tool?
You could always enchant it with many, many different things. Enchanting, however, is not my shop's forte. We can send it off, and you can pick it up at one of our mainstays. However, simple enchantments such as what we put on the rings for resizing and just basic purposes, we can do. What you're looking for is something more advanced. Something with weapons I wouldn't be able to handle. Even though I can handle any weapon I want, I can't enchant any weapon I want. I can only deal damage with them.
Well, is there anything I can perhaps order from your catalog, like a necklace or a ring or jewelry or a cloak or a staff that might help me in my adventure? Maybe it has a bonus for me. I'm quite sociable. Maybe any kind of bonus you might think of. Is there
Yes,
anything?
of course. He starts looking through his like inventory of items. He keeps in a book. He goes, we have lots of scrolls here. Greater invisibility, green flame blade if you want, scroll of tongues, silver raven might pique your interest.
A raven? Tell me more.
My God, this figurine. He pulls out. He goes into the back and he pulls out a figurine,
And he goes, this figurine is of wondrous power. It is small enough to fit in your pocket, yes, but it can turn into its own creature.
No.
It's loyal to you and only you who cast it. And it can turn into a figurine at a moment's notice.
Is it one-time use, or does it stay alive?
It's not a one-time use. It's its own figurine. You see it turns into a raven.
Wow.
And turns right back into the figurine.
How much would that be? I'm very interested.
Oh, for this beauty, it'll only run you 5,000 gold.
Oh. Well, I'm not quite that fortunate, but hold on. Let me see. I'm not quite that fortunate monetarily, but maybe there's some other way I could convince you. I don't know. And I look at him and I try to be as seductive as possible.
Okay, go ahead and roll. I forgot what we decided on for seduction. I believe it
you
was
guys are doing this, I already handed out the rings to everybody and kept 2, and I put 1 on myself.
Perfect.
Cool.
I put the box on Moron's little backpack.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 14 plus 10, so 24.
You said, what was the total?
14 plus 10, 24.
24. You were very close. I will give you that. However, this is a very high item. This is a very highly expensive item, and it takes a lot for
Totally understandable.
For somebody to be able to be seduced into giving this. He takes it and he goes,
Lady, as much as you want me to love you, I love myself more.
And he takes the trinket away. He says,
a fine display, though. Fine display indeed.
Unfortunately, Egon's love for himself is overpowering your love for him, or his love for you. He takes it. He puts it away. He says, perhaps something a little more towards your economic
wallet
class. Yes. There is.
Damn.
Yikes. Want a sword? You want a whip? I got one for you. But not much, as much as an enhanced anything.
What about anything you don't know if it's worth? You don't know it's worth because you can't figure out what it is or what it does, and it seems kind of useless to you.
Oh, you kid me too much. I know what everything is.
All right, fair enough.
Kostan butts in and says, anything for Kostan?
Oh, for a bull like yourself, of course. We have plenty of scrolls. Yes, plenty of scrolls. You guys run into a lot of fey creatures.
Kostan can't read.
Fey creatures? What's a fey
Yeah,
creature?
I am curious about the scrolls, though.
Oh, yes. Well, this one is a scroll
And
of protection.
to look through your spells.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you go ahead and look through. His spells.
Okay.
He has a lot of. These are all like one-time consumables, but a wizard can write them down and gain.
Yeah, and I do have paper.
Some stuff from it.
Oh,
So
yeah,
you
that
have
was the deal.
You find a scroll of Charm Person, a scroll of Chill Touch, a scroll of Arms of Hadar, which actually would probably pick a Legolas's interest. You find a scroll of Fairy Fire, Elemental Bane, Goodberry, Grease, Great Invisibility, Green Flame Blade, Mass Heal, which you see is kept in like a locked glass box, apart from all the other scrolls. You see a scroll of protection from Fae, Searing Smite, Shocking Grasp, Spare the Dying, Scroll of Tongues, Silver Raven, and 2 Wand of the War Mages that you saw before.
Do you think anything would be useful for me in particular? Or?
There is, I would say,
mean,
greater
or-
invisibility would be good for you guys. I would say maybe fairy fire would be fun
Yeah, that
to
sounds
learn.
interesting.
Do you already know charm person?
I'm not certain.
I would say charm
Okay,
person.
yeah.
Arms of Adar is quite interesting. So Egon goes to explain. Yes,
Yeah, how does that work?
The arms of Adar! Ho! You invoke the power of Adar, the dark hunger. Tendrils of dark energy erupt from you and batter all creatures within 10 feet of you. Each creature in that area must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, a target takes 2d6 necrotic damage and can't take reactions until its next turn. On a successful save, the creature must take half damage but suffers no further effects.
And how much is that running? For that,
This
Grimmery.
is specifically for warlocks only, and it'll only run you 120 gold pieces.
Oh, we need that, guy. Guys, I need to get that for myself here. I highly recommend it. We'll think about that. I confer with the group because we're all using the same money, right? So I
it
confer
seems
with
as
the
though
group.
you have made Azrael your local accountant. Yes.
Oh, Azrael. We need to figure this out because, my friend, I could use this spell in many situations throughout our journey. What do
we
you
also
think?
have plenty of healing potions if you need it.
Oh, by the way, did you add the healing potions we got from last time?
How many did you get?
Everybody get one.
Yeah. I forgot to add that as an item, but just
Yeah, we'll do it after.
make sure you
Okay,
guys remind me
so-
afterwards so I don't forget
Yeah,
about it.
Quick thing, is there anything useful for Kirsten at all in there?
You don't see anything that is particularly battery or brute forcey. You do see a giant, sun-gilded axe on the back of Egon's back, but as you go to reach for it, you realize that it's part of the illusion.
Oh.
I look over at Legolas. I take him what he says about him needing it. I look over at Sylvia. I'm like, well, it's only 120 gold. Paper's cheap. You could just replicate it for us. And as
Yeah.
long as we don't use our last one, we'll have technically an infinite number of scrolls. So then I take out my 120,
Mhm.
and then I give it to Legolas. Give him 120 gold.
Okay, I go ahead and I pay the merchant to obtain the item. Hey, here's your 120 gold.
A deal is a deal.
He shakes your hand and quite firmly. He takes the gold from you, hands back, gives you the scroll, and as you open it, you see these mini tendrils start flowing out of the paper, seemingly reaching out towards you, and then get sucked back in, and it's just normal spell
How
paper
much-
with spells and scrolls in it.
How much is the greater heal?
The potion?
Sorry, the
The,
Spell.
mass.
You're talking about the big railroad.
Yes. That one is for our most procurious purveyors, if you don't mind me saying. It can be parted with my fingers. However, you'll have to give me 20,000 gold for it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, not gonna happen.
I didn't think so, but I'm glad you asked.
I look over at the pie. I'm like, is everybody satisfied? Do we need anything else? We should probably stock up on some healing potions. I feel like.
You probably should. Great
How much
idea
paper
for
for?
adventurers.
How much each?
Let's see. Regular potions of healing will run you about 50 gold each. If you want to go any higher, it goes up 150, 450, and then 1,300 each from there.
How many of the 50 gold ones do you have?
I would have enough to fill your party with each getting one. Or two. I have plenty. High demand that item.
How about this? I'll take 6 off your hands
Yes.
for 270 gold instead of 300.
Go ahead and roll persuasion.
By the way, as this is happening, Karstan just tries to sneak out the shop because he's bored.
Yeah. What'd you get?
I got a nat 1!
I knew it!
No! Bro, why? Bro, you know what? You guys need to stop rolling dice because you're
He-
sucking my luck, man.
He looks at you and he says, "It looks like as our ambassadors now, I find it reasonable that we could go 290. 270 is too much.
290? I'll take 290.
290. It's a deal." Shakes your hand, gives you like a basket full of 6 healing potions, kind of clinging and clanging as it gets handed over to you. Make sure you guys you're marking off your gold in your inventory as well.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down like crazy right now.
Did I manage to?
Okay, I'll mark it off in 1 second.
That's right.
I believe,
you don't
as
need
long as one
to
person's keeping track.
Oh, I don't need to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing it like.
You got it?
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
So
Manage
yeah,
to go way out the back wall.
you guys go ahead, and as you're finishing up, Egon says, "Thank you so much for coming to my shop. Quick reminder, you might want to veer away from Blumsky's."
This guy again, Blumsky.
So wait, Buff. Did I actually manage to like sneak out the back while they were
Oh,
busy? Because
go ahead and roll stealth. There is no back. There's just a big giant opening, like glass opening in it. What'd you roll?
11 total.
No. Anybody with a higher passive perception would have seen you walk away. You can still walk away, but people would notice
I'm
that
gonna
you
walk away.
are walking away. Yeah.
I
Big giant
thought-
bull walking away, not hard to see in the middle of the day.
Yeah,
Though
I'm still gonna choose to walk away.
I run after him, I guess.
All right.
I'm tucking the potions into Moron's bag.
So I run after him and I'm like, "Oh, Karstan, are you good?"
Kirsten want to see another shop now.
Oh, Karstan. I think we should probably all be together for that, just in case it's dangerous. I don't want you to get hurt.
Kirsten be fine. Kirsten's strong.
But what if they trap you with magic?
They're not gonna trap him with magic in the middle of town.
Kirsten break magic with hand.
Well, there you go.
I'm assuming
Is-
you guys
are
are
the
all
rest
together
of
at this
you
point.
guys out yet or no?
His way towards
Yeah,
Blumsky.
everybody's out of the store. Everybody's around
All right,
Karsten.
yeah.
I
So I
grab a
guess
rock.
Checking out
Sorry.
Blumsky?
Yeah.
I guess so.
I grab a rock off the. I look for a pebble. Do I see any pebbles on the ground?
Yeah, there's plenty of rocks and pebbles
Okay.
around.
I throw it out like through the window of.
Through the window of
Blumsky.
Blumsky's?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll strength. See how far it goes. It's a small pebble. You don't have to roll high.
Just flat strength, right?
Yeah.
7. Because I get a -1.
That's fine. Yeah, you throw it, it breaks through the window, and you hear from inside, "Oh, what's the big deal? You don't have
Does he
to
know
do
it's
all
you?
that. I'm just trying to make a living, just like anybody else here.
Sounds like a belligerent drunken.
Come on now, this isn't fair, this ain't right."
Karstan just proceeds to go through the door anyway.
The door
Oh,
is
shit.
human-sized. You are unable to fit
Karstan
through.
is going to proceed to try and get through the door anyway.
Gosh.
Okay. Go ahead and... Gosh, what would you roll for
Even
this?
that, or he's going through the window.
The
The window-
window
are
is
down.
like it has like metal bars in between the panes, so it's like you still won't be able to get through it. Gosh, what would you roll to try and break through a door? This is
Like,
where I'm learning too.
strength.
I would say
He'd roll break an entry at D20 plus
yeah,
4.
just
since
roll
he's a-
straight strength. Let's just go straight
Strength.
strength. Why not?
Like
Bullet
a
trying
casual
to shot-
beard.
exactly.
Wait, what?
Would you roll for strength?
18 total.
18 total. Yeah. You just muscle and bend the door frame through. As you do, you feel you feel like a snap, and the doorway give, and you come walking through. The entranceway is you see like 3 shelf units, and like walls covered with odds and ends and trinkets. You see chests on the floor. Everything's dirty, grimy. Like has moss hanging from it, slime that you don't know where it's been. And it's a very darkened environment, though it is dim light.
So did you say there were like breakable things on the floor?
I mean, it's everything's pretty much like wooden or metal.
I look around quickly for any dangerous things to our
inside, stepping on anything he can that could break under his feet.
Okay.
Ooh.
The first thing you would find with your feet is one of the chests. As you do, you see Blumsky go, "Oh, come on, don't do that now!" And as you do that, the chest opens up and jaws start jutting out of it as you try and stomp on it, clamp around your foot, and
I've
stick
been
there.
in one of these types of scenarios before.
You take 5 piercing damage as you get bit by the seemingly chest-like figurine.
So is it still like attached?
You gone agitated it. Come on.
So is it still attached to my foot?
Yeah, it's.
Okay. Kirsten's gonna get panicked by it and start running around the shop trying to slam it off his foot by kicking it into the wall and stuff.
Okay. As you do that, you see you like try and scrape it against a shelf, and the shelf comes alive and starts trying to bite you as well. The chalices that you see on it, like the little odds and ends and trinkets, little necklaces, start jumping out at you and start trying to bite you as well. You keep throwing and struggling, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you keep doing all that. You get hit with about 10 to 15 different objects as you're going through your rampage.
Oh no, dude, don't die, you fucking
I
shit.
think Karsten, stop. Karsten, just sit down. Just
I let it
sit down.
happen.
Oh gosh.
Karsten, calm down. Like, I'll help you. Just don't keep running.
Kirsten's about to fin and die.
No, you're
No.
not.
We can't have the death of Karsten.
What do I Kirsten to die as well?
You take 21 damage total of
That's fine.
piercing as these creatures are gnawing and biting at you. You see Blumsky go, "All right, now that's enough. Everybody get back to your spot. This little bull came in here, he didn't mean no harm, and now you're harming him. You're just as much trouble as he is in." And you see some of the smaller creatures fade away, but the shelf and the chest separate from you, but are still like surrounding you. It looks like it has like these tall, gaunt feet are produced from this chest now, just go and jet out and like stick onto the floor, and the shelf is now curved around you, kind of shielding you from all the other trinkets that were once on it.
I go, what are these things? What's attacking my friend?
Oh, they don't attack. They just get provoked. This is come on now. These are what you would be calling mimics.
And you see who you can only assume is Blumsky step out of the shadows. You see almost like a werewolf-like face, but it's too gentle to be a werewolf. A big, giant, puffed-out mane coming from the back, jutting out of his cloak behind him, and you see just like big, giant, muscular, like hulking arms, long arms, and like little small haunches coming out. You see what? Go ahead and make a history check. See if you can figure out what this thing is.
Can I roll one too?
I'll
Yeah.
roll one.
Anybody who sees this can roll.
Okay, 19 plus 3, so 22. I've been getting good rolls today.
Yeah.
Oh, except for that one. That
Good and bad. You would know this as the knoll. There's things called knolls. Legolas, you get in your hand as we're all wondering what this is. You look down in your hand. You see a homemade puff pastry that was made by your parents. Sitting in your hand.
Oh.
It's quite nice.
Oh, delicious. Nom, 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 nom. My happiness increases.
Your happiness does
Thank
increase.
you.
That is true. You
Depression
would know that there's these things that are called knolls, and these knolls used
Thank
to be
you.
owned by a certain deity that they were dogs made into humanoid sentient beings. As these beings started to evolve more and more, Sylvia, you would also know this well, just because you're from Gigi, and
I rolled
kind of where they
15
navigated.
plus a 7 anyway. So.
You're familiar with these things. These are what are known as free knolls. These are these dog-like beasts that have broken free from this deity's control and have become. Bella, you don't want to do a common item drop in a in a store of mimics. Oh gosh.
Oh,
They're gonna take it.
Oh no.
Okay, there's something, man. Let me try and grab it mid-headed.
Yeah, we'll make.
quickly dive and grab it.
We'll give you guys an opportunity to grab it. Yeah, you would know that this is a free knoll. This seems to have its own form of intelligence. That is free, that is free from this god that they used to savage and ravage towns for. This, however, it's still it's still a knoll. And as you're talking to him, you get the feeling that he's very much like that. He's like, I'm trying to make a living out here. I love these creatures. These mimics, they're so spectacular. I mean, look at them. They can take a form of anything that they want. And he takes out a cup, and he goes over to a mimic to one of the necklaces, and he goes, "Come on, little buddy, it's okay. Show him what you can do. Show him what you got." And you see the necklace start to shake a little bit, and then fing, pops into a cup-like shape. You're like, "Oh! Did you see that? Oh my God! You did it so well! You're just like it. Look at you!" And you hear a tiny little squeak from the cup.
So I go, Blumsky's, if I'm gonna be honest, we didn't think you would be in here. We came in because everyone told us not to go here, and we were curious. Do you know why everyone in the town hates you?
Well, it's probably because every time a mimic runs away, they blame good old Blumsky. I'm just trying to make a living out here. This is actually a pet shop. These mimics like to mess around and make it look like an odds and ends and trinkets, but they're harmless.
Wait,
Trust me. As he says that these are harmless, the remaining two creatures that are surrounding Karstan, you take another 18 damage piercing as two of them start attacking you, and he goes, "Hey, I told you to stop! You get away from him right now!" And he actually jumps in between you and the two other mimics, and he goes, "Now, I warned you the first time, I warned you the second time, don't mess with my friends. You got it? It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it." And they both kind of shy back to their positions that they were in
Does anyone
before.
have any healing for Karstan? He is in critical condition.
Yeah. As you do that, you hear and a health potion drops down in front of Karstan. A minor health potion from Lord Gorgoroth. That's 1d4 plus 4, I believe. Yeah.
Gore,
So
come
that
in.
goes along with
Or
my,
coming through.
well,
Your healer would be Captiva, but unfortunately she's not with you
I was
guys.
gonna say I have 2 of those now, right?
She was
mean-
taken
As well.
by a random caravan. You do not know where she is. But yeah.
So, do I have 2 of those now? Because I got one last time as well.
Yeah, they stack.
At this point, I'm just gonna use both of them.
All right, go ahead and roll 2d4s and add 8 to that, and that's your healing total.
13. Okay.
So you gain 13 health back. And I'm sorry, I'm if you're gonna step on one of my creatures, you're gonna fight back. I apologize for that. I didn't mean anything by it.
Totally understandable. But is he safe from now on? Because he is kind of low health.
They get agitated. You provoke somebody, they're gonna, a bull in a china shop. You back somebody into a corner, the chihuahua's gonna fight back.
I turn to Karsten and I go, Karsten, could you wait outside? I want you to be safe.
As Karsten turns around to reply, his eyes are slightly glowing red and goes, okay, and walks out.
Mm. As you walk out through the door again, as you walk out of it, you feel the door kind of form around you, pull back, and and you feel it spit you out.
So I turn to
You
Blumsky
don't
and I
take any
say, "Did
damage,
you
but it's
say-"
kind of just you get pushed out basically a little bit.
Karsten kicks the wall of the shop.
The door forms back into its normal stuff. You kick the wall of the shop, feels like a door, or feels like a wall of a shop. Nothing happens.
I turn to Blumsky and I say, you said this was a pet store?
Well, selling the I give away the mimics to anybody, kind folk like yourself who, come upon a pet.
What's your star mimic? Like, what do you recommend a loyal, kind mimic that could help us out, maybe?
Well, for beginner trainers, of mimics, I like to give them the smaller pets to see how they do, and then you can move on to some of the bigger models, such as the shelves or the chests, or you can even go as far as bigger as horses. It's whatever you want, really. They can turn into fine different creatures. And he pulls up one of.
Do you have any that look like jewelry? Oh, sorry.
He pulls up a spoon and he goes,
See, that's the cool thing about mimics. They can turn into anything you want them to.
Oh.
With the proper guidance and training. And he goes, come on, little guy. You can do it. Look at you.
And as he does that, the mimic poofs and it forms into like a golden chain circlet, and he puts it around his neck, and he says, "Now, normally these things like to bite, especially when you wrap them around the neck, but as you can see, this one's very well trained. And the cool thing about mimics is they are very loyal. Only to one person, though. Any other person that tries to mess with them, including your allies, might not be so as it might be a little bit more apprehensive."
How much
Is
would
loyal-
it run?
When Karsten's just casually glaring through the hole in the window that Azrael created.
Yeah, they can
kinda want one,
you
but I
try
ride on
and look
Karsten's
inside,
shoulders.
but the windows are too grimy, but they can see you from the outside looking in, or from the inside looking out.
So wait, can I not just look through the hole that Azrael created by throwing the rock through
Oh,
it?
you can look through the. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm just glaring with the slight little red glint. No.
Yeah. The door. No, the glass wouldn't. No, never mind. I was thinking if the glass would heal or not. No, it does not. He goes. These fine, wonderful creatures would, for a small one, you'd be looking around for 200 gold.
200 gold, huh? And what
For the babies.
I think in my
youngins.
head, I tried this once today earlier. I probably should give it a rest, but Mama needs a win. So I look to him, and I give him the old seduction eyes, and I try to hide the embarrassment from my earlier rejection, and I go, "Oh, do you have any discounts for pretty ladies like myself? I'm not used to paying for my own mimics, I'm sure you understand."
Now, I used to worship a pretty lady such as yourself before, and I'm myself a promise that I would never be seduced by another one again. I appreciate the
I
kind
understand.
gestures.
Sounds like a plan.
I can lower it to 180. That's as low as I can go. I need to make a living. I'm dying out here. You're probably my first customer in a couple months.
That's fair.
I look over to Serafina. I'm like, I mean, do you really want something that is a literal risk to help, like to health?
Well, I think it's kind of cute.
You
They
can't even see its
are. I
face.
agree.
You don't know what it actually looks like. That's the thing.
Did
You
you
don't.
not hear its little squeal when it was proud of itself for transforming? It was
Yeah,
adorable.
I'm pretty sure if I stomped on a goblin, it would make a similar squeal too. So what, you're gonna find
Well,
like that?
actually, you do raise a good point. I turn to Blumsky and I say, "Can you show us what it looks like in its true form?"
You want to see a mimic's true form?
Or
Like
when
when
it
it's
becomes
born?
its humanoid attacking person, I guess. Like,
Oh my gosh. Well, all right. Hey, little creature.
He point. He grabs the now necklace creature. He goes, "Hey, little man, little dude. Why don't you give us your war face? Give us a little bit. Come on, you got it. You got it." And yeah, as he's stroking and petting it, you all of a sudden you see teeth start forming around the circle where the neck would be, and you see almost like a wet red tarp, like the inside of a mouth, come forming around where that necklace would be, and just and you see two jaws with like long teeth collapse on itself. You get the feeling if somebody was wearing this necklace, they would be fucked. And then you hear, and it goes back into being a proper necklace, and you hear it. You go, you little buddy, you're so intimidating. And gives it a little scratch.
No, look at
Wow.
Serafina.
Aw.
You really want that?
I guess you're right. I guess I kind of wanted more of like a protective creature, but I don't see how when I invoke it, it wouldn't just kill me.
Oh no. See, these are the most protected creatures you could possibly imagine. These creatures, they're loyal to one and only one person. I can make you get it. You get it loyal to you. It'll be loyal, but it'll only to you. It won't attack you. But if your friend's trying to attack you or get near it or something, it gets protected. You understand?
What sort of upkeep do they require?
Well, basic odds and ends. Yeah, they're carnivores. They like the meat. You can mix in a little fruits and veggies to give them little sustenance. But eventually they grow, and eventually they get big and bigger and bigger, depending on how much you feed them. They're kind of a victim of their own environment. The bigger the environment, the more they thrive.
I just have one question. If an enemy attacked me and it was around my neck, would the way it tried to protect me automatically not kill me? Or would I be able to command it to attack someone else instead?
Well, it won't harm you. I'll tell you that much. It'll do its best to protect you, more often than not. These things aren't the most intelligent beings. I've never seen one bite somebody's head off per se, but occasionally they'll accidentally trip somebody up or get in your way if you're trying to defend it. You know what I mean?
I see. Well, I am really interested. Maybe I'll see if I can gather more gold or something and come back one day.
Hey, I appreciate it. I hope you the best of luck in your endeavors.
Thank you.
As they finish off their dialogue, I pull out my scimitar and I aim it at him, at his neck.
As you do that, you see every single item in the shop start shuddering. And even the shop itself starts shaking.
I put my scimitar back.
The shaking continues for about 5 seconds, and then it slowly but surely saunters away. He goes, wouldn't recommend that. There's a reason people avoid the shop instead of run me out.
You said you were hungry, right?
I'm always hungry.
I'll
Got a
take
meal?
3 for 300.
They're 200 each. I can't do that.
Okay, well, I guess you're not getting your deal.
I can go without food for a while.
How long?
What kind of food do you eat?
Meat.
Because if you eat people, we could possibly bring you some.
People are. I'm past those days. I just eat, beef, pork, chickens, stuff like that.
Do you eat worm?
I'm not impartial to it. Are you talking about that rotten worm? I'm not gonna eat that shit.
Thought I'd ask.
I may have been eating scraps in a part of my life, but I have my dignity. All right.
I understand. I didn't know it was rotten. I thought it was just giant for some reason. I misunderstood.
No, they call it the rotten worm for a reason. It's literally rotten from the inside out. We don't even know how it's alive, but it's been apparently kidnapping and killed people that try to travel around that area. Crazy.
I see.
I put my hands on the table and I lean forward.
Okay.
180 for a little one.
180. That's a deal I can make.
Okay.
He sticks out his furry claw.
I take
it's
it.
padded. You shake the hand.
I shake.
And he goes, "All right, little boy. Looks like we found yourself a home." And you see the necklace go ping, and pop off of where he had it around his neck.
I move out of the way and I point to Serafina.
It falls onto the floor and kind of wriggles around. And he goes, "Oh, my apologies, little one. I misled you. Go to that fair young lady over there." And it kind of wriggles around and kind of wiggles up your leg, all the way up to around your shoulder, kind of clambers up, and unclasps itself and reclasps itself around your neck.
Well, you didn't, but you love gold.
I don't
You
know.
didn't just. Oh my god, I can't believe this. You really do love us. You act all tough. You really do love us. And what's more, you're a tough man. You like it when we call you out on loving us. Guys, you see this? This is direct proof. Azrael loves us. Thank you so much, Azrael. How can I ever repay you for this? I'll give you whatever my share of the gold is from the mana worm or whatever we're killing to you. Is there anything else I can do?
You do realize that I got you the necklace so you don't die, right? I kind of need you alive to be useful.
Well, that's what they all say, but I know it's because you love me.
They
And
all.
I'm convinced every man who acts like he's too tough to love, but secretly loves his friends and wants them to be happy. Thank you.
I just walk out of the shop without even reacting or anything. I walk out of the shop and I sit next to...
As you walk out of the shop, you guys all walk out of it, and you hear Blumsky go, "Oh, you hear that, guys? We got enough food for the next month. Congratulations. Good job, everybody. Pack it all in." And as you take the final step out of the doorway slams shut, and you just see four giant feet start picking up the house underneath it, or the shop underneath it. Grows to about the 10-foot stocking legs, and it starts crawling out of the town.
Wow. I look at it and go, that's new.
Yeah, that's also a moving slave trader caravan. He's literally enslaved mimics and selling them. I hope you guys all realize that.
Damn. Well, that's kind of dark. I didn't realize that. But now that we got this
He's
one,
taking care of them and legitimately, I mean, I don't know, the extent of their. Okay, your face. Sorry, but any pets, technically, any pet store would be slave trading, wouldn't it? Then.
Yes. But then that's
But what
where
if you aren't like using them to perform or like to work
Yeah,
for you?
use
It's just to
them.
like. Well, no. What if you aren't using it? It's just like.
what are you doing?
I'm
You
This
petting
is
my
an ethical
pet.
dilemma
Yeah.
I never thought would ever come up in this scenario.
I have a few thoughts about like, but then what about Moron? But I don't say them because I'm just grateful for Azrael's kind deeds, so I just
No.
pet my mimic and I'm like,
So mimics actually their main source for like food is just happenstance by camouflaging, and by partnering itself with a human, they're getting an unlimited an unlimited source of food, not the human, but like the human will feed it, so then it doesn't need to like have such a hard life.
Okay, what's its difficulty
Yeah.
of living got anything to do with
As
how
this conversation's
I
happening,
don't know.
and starts walking away slowly.
should we go kill that worm or do you want to do something else?
Yeah.
I kind of want to rest.
I still want to sleep.
I
You
kind of
want
want
to what?
Oh yeah.
I still want
Oh.
to sleep.
and I'm getting my daggers tomorrow, and I don't want to go
Oh, I
unprepared.
guess we do have to go to the tavern, yeah.
Should probably go to the
You
tavern.
have
Maybe
a dance
fine.
to give.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
have a dance to get and an emperor to contact. You're right.
You have a
Yeah,
dance to
Nastasia.
give?
Yeah, I promised Oslov a dance for 30 more gold for us, so
Captain?
yeah, he apparently likes dances, so.
And what about your food situation?
So I was gonna see where the evening led me. It's totally up to you. If you're going out hunting, I'll join you. If you're not, then I'll eat whatever the tavern has, maybe spend some gold or something.
I mean, if you need a hand, I'm pretty good at getting around these places.
You are? So should we start to make our way to the tavern and then see what we want to do from there?
Sure.
All right.
All right, you guys arrive at the tavern. By this time, it is quite late. People are starting to get off of their works and duties and come into the tavern as well. Come into their own. If you guys look in the general chat of the Discord, you guys see the logo of the tavern, the Leaking Winky. And as you guys are come up to it, you guys see it says the Leaking Winky in very fancy lettering. You guys walk into the tavern. It's bright. There's tons of energy around it. You guys are walking along. I'll give this to chat. I'll give this to chat too, so chat can see exactly what this is.
So the door is big enough for Kirsten to walk through then.
For the tavern, yes. The tavern seems to, they deal with a lot of big people from GG, so they have like 2 double wide wooden doors that they've fitted to the back of the tavern. You guys are free to do anything more, or we can speed this up. You see Oslov there, drinking by himself alone at the bar, very methodically every 5 seconds.
Kirsten finds a nice quiet corner and sits down by himself and just doesn't do anything. He just sits there.
Okay.
Obviously moving any chair that was there out of the way to sit on the floor.
I mean,
I'll wait to see what the other before I.
Is there no chairs for Carstan?
Kirsten likes to sit on the floor, remember?
Oh yeah. Fair enough.
There would be like booths and chairs for Carstan.
You could use a table as a chair.
Kirsten isn't drinking this time.
Yeah,
very, very quiet corner off by himself, just sitting.
Yeah, you see soldiers, you see like farmers, you see people who are like, you see a couple people you recognize from the market. Just regular townsfolk in there as well, collecting an ale after a warm, long day.
So, what are we all sitting down at the table right now? Oh, who left? Oh, probably the bot. So all on the table, right?
Mm-hmm.
Except Carstan in the corner.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. First things first. The only thing we know about this worm is that it's rotting, and what?
That it kills people.
What else?
That it's gross.
Okay. and we're supposed to go kill it when I'm pretty sure people have been sent there, and since they still need it to be killed, they probably haven't returned, or if they did, in bad shape. So we should probably gather some information on this before we do anything.
You're right.
Like if we're gonna assassinate something, like we need all the information we need.
Knowledge is power.
Exactly.
True. So should we go around asking people at the bar maybe what they know?
Probably a good idea.
You see,
But I
you
need
see
Alright.
farmers. You see just regular townsfolk. Some sellers of marketing and clothes. You also see a bunch of soldiers who are off doing their own thing, but they see Captain Oslov there, and they're kind of, they're trying to enjoy themselves in Meek, but like they're constantly like looking over their shoulder, make sure that he doesn't notice like them doing anything wrong per se.
Yeah. Plus, I need to ask Sylvia for a favor.
Yes.
So, oh, go ahead.
I put the sword, the curved one, on the table, and I'm like, could you have a look at this for me? Because the blacksmith said
Oh,
it had
yes.
some sort of enchantment on it.
Yeah.
Leaning against the side of the ground as well. Give me 1 second. Let me see what I find here. You would find this one's good. Actually, let's go. You would find a. Okay, let me double check. I'm sorry, I'm looking at a list of common items that I want to make sure are fun. Okay, yeah, you find a shield, cast iron, king, on leaning against the back of your chair.
Whose chair?
Let's go with Sylvia's.
Oh. Did someone forget it? Should I return it?
And,
I mean, find it.
somebody walks by, goes, "No, I think it's yours." Walks away.
Oh, all right. Guess it is. It's a bit big for me, I'm assuming.
You see it has on its shield. You see it has a big giant mouth with just lips and like the little thing in between the nose, but nothing else. And other than that, it's completely like cast iron shiny. Another common item. All right, you
Nice.
guys.
All right.
You guys also find a lock and key. It just pops.
I can't believe Tarzan just found that lock and key. That's crazy. Um,
So,
While I, sorry, go ahead.
no, you go.
No, I'll wait for you. I'll wait for. It's better if I wait.
Okay. Do you want that shield? I could just put it on Moron, so he's a little bit more protected.
Yeah, that would work.
Carstan, like I look over at Carstan and I'm like, I point at the shield, like I'm holding it up, like do you want it in the sense?
Karstan doesn't turn around. He's still just looking out of a window that's near him.
What's he looking at?
He's just looking out. We don't know, right?
Looking out the window.
Okay, usually he
Oh,
says
he's
stuff
all
like,
the-
"Hey, Rob."
He's all the
something.
way in the corner.
I mean, I think he's probably sleeping. Like maybe Karstan himself or
I mean,
close to.
Karstan's just very quiet in the corner by himself.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, but
you guys are at one table, and Karstan
The
went
last time
all
he
the way
was like
forward.
that, though. The last time you were like that, he like transitioned to the other
Yeah.
guy. So.
I go check in on Karstan and I'm like, "Hey, buddy, you okay? Are you damaged? I mean, are you hurt? Do you need? I have a healing potion you can have."
Karstan doesn't respond and keeps staring out the window.
Okay, I give
But
him my
this
healing
isn't
potion.
This isn't like a normal window. This is one of the
Alright,
windows
you
that's
guys-
like you find along the top that they would use for ventilation. He's just staring out
I
of it.
take the item.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've.
Or I guess we're gonna rest it.
I was trying to get something for you guys. Did you guys identify the sword yet?
No, I passed it over.
Mhm.
She hasn't.
Yeah.
She hasn't
Okay.
casted anything.
There is. You guys would know that the identify spell is what you're looking for.
Okay.
I believe.
I don't happen to.
I believe Serafina does.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I was just waiting to see if you had it first because I didn't want to intrude. Like,
No.
hey, I can fix the problem.
Okay. I do not.
So I go, hey, I know you asked Sylvia, but I might be able to help with this if you would want my help.
Sure, you don't have to ask.
Okay. Cool. So I cast my identify spell on the scimitar, I think it is. Or is it a sword?
It's
Why-
considered a short sword,
Oh, okay.
but
I
it
thought
is
was
shaped
curved. Never
like a
mind.
crescent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looks like a capeche.
So I cast
yeah.
identify on it.
All right. This is what you find. If you guys look in general chat, it should show you. Nope. Yeah,
I have just found an entitled. Oh
this
wait,
is-
oh there it is. There it is.
My eyes!
You
The moon
see.
touch short sword.
Yeah, you see. As she's casting over this, Serafina, you hear your mother's voice. This is a moon-touched sword. In darkness, you may. This blade will come alight with moonlight and give you a 15-foot radius of dim light for an additional 15 feet. It is a finesse and light weapon.
Wow. So I turn to Azrael and Sylvia and I explain what my mom said. I tell them it's a light weapon. What was the other thing she said? It's a light, and it casts.
Basically, if
light.
you're in darkness, it turns everything. It shines, and then you have dim light all around you for 15 feet.
But what was the part about the weapon type of
Big
like
back
damage it did?
It's finesse and a light weapon.
So it's a finesse and a light weapon, and it casts dim light in a 15-foot radius at night.
Whenever there's darkness.
Whenever there's darkness.
Yeah, in any dark space.
And in any dark space.
Right. So like you're going through a cave, it'll light up.
Yeah. So I
Okay.
tell them that.
Perfect.
Oh, no.
And I say, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I just sheath it and then tuck it away like I built it on.
I go, okay, you guys, if you want to ask questions about the worm, I'm going to kind of create a performance cover for you guys so you can go around asking people and, no one will be annoyed by this. It'll just be a jolly atmosphere and I'll go to the
Bread Kitty Art, thank you for the raid. Thank you so much for the 5-person raid that scared the crap out of me. Holy shit. Yo, welcome everybody. We're doing a D&D campaign, homebrewed D&D 5e, called The Legends of Stoia, The Hymns of Fate. We are in a tavern, we're identifying items, and our party is about to go on an epic quest to destroy a rotten worm. So yeah. Thank you so much for the raid. Hope you guys come and stay and enjoy yourselves. All right. Where are we at?
So I get up on the stage of the tavern, which is empty, and I start to do a dance performance to satisfy my end of the deal and also provide like a jolly atmosphere cover for them to be able to freely talk with everyone and mingle and ask questions.
Perfect. Yeah, everybody starts, grooving, dancing along. Go ahead and roll performance.
Okay. If I roll high, can I play a song into the microphone?
Songs through the audio and then through Discord, it just doesn't sound good.
Got it.
So if you want to let me know what the song is, as long as it's non-copyright, I can play it.
I sent it to you on the general chat of the Discord. It's the same thing I played earlier, but if we can hear it, it would be amazing, of course. But no pressure. Let me go ahead and roll performance.
So this isn't copyrighted or anything. If I put it on YouTube, I won't get in trouble.
I don't believe so, but I mean it is on YouTube. But it's like a
cover.
It's like a It's like a medieval cover of a song.
Plus you have
we should be fine.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I rolled a nat 20 plus 10, so 30.
All right, here we go. This is the song, everyone.
All right, this is what I'm dancing to.
I mean, are you actually going to dance for us? Or... I mean, if you've got the song
this is a role
for
play
it as well.
I'm saying.
All right, sure. I'll do a little bit. Let me go ahead and get one thing.
No worries.
I'm gonna have to avert my gaze.
Okay, so imagine these are like the stars. So I'm like.
Constan just rolled a fucking nat 20 on persuasion, apparently.
Very cool. All right.
So that's what I do.
Oh my gosh, you're actually really good at that.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, right.
God damn. Okay.
Thank
So, Seraphina does a little dance to this ye old song of Wonderman.
Shakireth.
Yeah. Shakireth. As everybody's going around, Karstan actually goes up to a couple soldiers and he goes, "Rotten worm, tell!" And they're like, "Yeah, dude, sure." There's like this worm.
Wait, I do?
I mean, you roll a 20
I was
persuasion,
planning
right?
to... No, I didn't actually. I was saying
Oh.
because I managed to convince Sunset to actually go and dance.
Oh, okay. I thought you rolled a 20%. I was like, oh, let's fucking do it. Yeah, okay.
No,
gotcha.
no. Karstan's just still sitting in the corner looking out his window and not bothered by
No,
anything right now.
no worries at all. Okay, so this song is playing. What do you guys do? Seraphina's up there dancing, of course.
I
Karstan's
came back with a drink.
Come back with the drink. All right, are you guys gonna talk to any of the locals, trying to figure out what this worm is?
I'll
Gather
go with-
information, maybe overhear something.
I'll go with Sylvia, and so Sylvia, who do you want to ask? Do you want to ask locals for rumors? Do you want to go straight to the guards, since we're going to be doing their job for them?
We could just go around and keep asking people we see. It's not like we're doing anything actually sketchy.
No, yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, we don't have to hide anything about this.
Yeah.
I tell Moran to stay at the table, and then I point towards Bucky.
Moron has a drink grabbed to his head, or to his hand, and he goes,
Pours it on.
starts looking around the the rim of the glasses.
Yeah.
But yeah, he stays put. You
I
and
point to the
Sylvia,
barkeep.
who are you walking up to?
I suggest the barkeep first, since that is usually.
Yeah, they will probably know the most.
All right. Go up to the barkeep. The barkeep is a nice woman, who is half elven. She goes up to you. Yes. Hello. Welcome to the Linky Wiki. How can I help you?
Well, we're actually looking for some information about a rotting worm.
The worm. Yes. This worm has been rampaging throughout the western part of this town. Seems that anybody who goes near that canyon, it seems to want to devour. We think it's hungry.
By any chance, is the canyon towards the village where people thought the necromancers used to live?
No. Necromancer's east. Yes, Necromancer's east. Worm west.
Worm west. Okay. How big is this one?
Well, not many people have come back and talked about it. But the people that have, it's only been two. They say it is gigantic. Almost to the point of 5 stories tall. People have been avoiding the area outright because they are fear for their lives.
5 stories tall. How long is it?
Oh, I'm assuming huge.
80. I turned to Sylvia. Sylvia, they want us to kill a 5-story tall, massive worm for 80 gold.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like it's worth it to an extent.
They
I
want
mean, we should still check and see, like,
By the
and
way,
just scout it out at
just-
some point.
Just so you know, when you were like dancing up on stage, Ozlov goes up and like cashes in a just dance with you and starts like dancing with you.
Yeah.
So he's
Wow, we
vibing.
love a serious man who loves to dance.
Yeah. After that, he promptly bows and leaves.
I bow back.
Yeah. The soldiers seem to and like drink a lot more.
The vibe is jolly.
Okay, so you learn that it is a 5 foot tall worm from the sound of it.
And you said there's 2 that survived. Who are they? Can you direct us to it?
Oh gosh, one came running in, screaming and hollering. Hasn't been the same since. The other one just went right back to work. Just never talks about it.
Do you know what they look like? Their names are?
First one's name. He goes by, what is his name? What was his name?
Larry.
Good old Harry. No, not Harry.
I said Larry because I've had Gary, Harry.
Yeah, Gary, Harry, and Larry. First one's Benjamin. He's the man. Probably won't talk about it. The one who can't shut up about it is Elijah. He can be seen on the street corner of any main pathway, screeching and hollering.
No.
What do you want to do, Sylvia?
Probably. We should probably talk to him tomorrow, depending on what time it is now. Because if it's evening, we can ask around a bit more. I can just like walk around and see if I can pick up anything from conversations. Since I'm small enough, people won't even notice me. So yeah, I think that would be good for tonight.
What do you think? Should we attempt to revise how much this is gonna, like, how much we're gonna earn from this? There's 5 stories, and a size where they don't.
Supposedly. I don't know if he'd be exaggerating at all. I don't want to not trust the word of someone who's seen it, but I'm sure it seemed more scary in person. And so, yeah, I do think we should scout it out and then like revise the offer.
And would we know how far away the worm is, Mr. DM? Like an hour or 2?
You can ask the bartender.
Okay. Barkeep, how far away is this worm?
Well, there's a small excavation encampment out there. Probably no more than 2 hours away from the town.
I could probably go scout it now and then be back before everybody wakes up for the morning.
Fair. I mean, you should still get sleep, though. I mean, if you sleep, do you sleep?
I don't need to
No,
sleep.
you don't need to sleep. Oh, very nice. Damn, lucky. Think of all the time you would save by not having to sleep.
Also, how much time I have to suffer being awake.
Fair. Sleeping is nice.
Yeah.
We could always just try and knock you out every now and then if you want. I could probably whip up some herbs.
I'm okay. I don't have any need for narcotics. It doesn't do anything. If anything, it will dull my blade.
Yeah.
I look over to the captain. I see if I can make eye contact with him.
Captain's already out of the bar.
Yeah,
he
he's
left after
gone.
the dance.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. So I walk amongst the normal folk, and I ask them about this worm.
So go ahead and roll investigation. What'd you roll?
Not one.
Yeah. You go up and you try and talk to people, and people look at you, and they get the feeling that something's off about you. They don't want to talk to you. Moron keeps spilling beer on people, and they know that he's attached to you, and they just don't want to talk to you.
Would I roll investigation for just like walking around and seeing what I can hear?
Yeah, go for it.
I also like come over and I say I like stand in front of Azrael and I shout to the crowd as persuasively as I can, guys, I know this guy may seem kind of weird to you, but you should really trust him. I highly recommend you trust him. He's the most trustworthy person around.
Go ahead and
roll
persuasion as well.
Okay.
I turn around. Watch just trying to persuade them. I will kill you all.
12 plus 11, so so 23.
23.
23, yeah.
You hear one person. He sounds okay, but we don't want no trouble.
I rolled a 15 plus a 5.
Unfortunately, his nat 1 counteracts your 23. If it was a natural 20, that would have been a little bit different, or maybe something higher. But 23 is you did roll very high, but again, nat 1 has to cancel that one out, unfortunately. What did you roll again, Sylvia?
Yep. I rolled a 5, and then I have a +5, so 20.
Wait a
20.
minute.
How'd you get?
Wait a minute.
Oh, I'm investigating.
How did you get a 20 if you rolled 2 5s? That's what I'm asking.
No. Oh, wait. No, I thought it was a D20.
It is.
I rolled 15.
15.
Plus
Okay,
five.
okay, that makes more sense. 20 total. Got it.
5.
Yes.
Awesome.
Like, I rolled
15
5
plus 5.
Perfect.
Got
perfect.
it.
Okay, that's what we were missing.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
worries. Awesome. Yeah, with
Sorry.
the 20, as you're walking around and discussing, you get the feeling that this is this town is kind of a harsh place to live. If you do get here, you're put here by the government, or the empire itself has like placed you here for a specific purpose and reason. And as soon as they have no need for you, they kind of throw you out and leave you to fend for yourself. Yep. Or if you're good enough, they'll relocate you places.
So they're literally just talking about the family, aren't they? The families that got kicked out.
There's discussion of that, but like as you're listening throughout the night, you get the feeling that like this is a very common occurrence. You also come to understand that this town is kind of the last resort for this type of thing. You find like the soldiers here are kind of on their last leg, and this is like their last chance to prove themselves worthy of being like either promoted or cut from the army entirely. Same with the farms folk. Same with pretty much anybody who is selling or marketing something apart from Egon, of course. But you know that this town is as beautiful as it looks. There's a lot of things like that's basically how this town works. If you aren't good enough in this town, you are sent away to pretty much oblivion. There's no relocating from here. But that being said, it's not a bad place to live. You know, people get food, people get structure, people get law and order from the guards. From what you hear, the guards treat most of the humans fairly, and you did also hear of some beheadings of elven rebellions who have come and tried to like raise turmoil within the city. Those guys were captured and taken and killed. As far as the worm goes, Kafunamapa, you find out pretty much that people are avoiding that area. They do not want anything to do with that area. You don't want to go anywhere near that. This canyon that they're talking about, people are just like, just stay away. Don't even go near it. Don't even throw an apple down it. You go near it. Yeah, you go near it, you never come back. That's what you're hearing.
Okay. I'll relay all that info to Azrael and then everyone else.
So, quick, while this is happening and everyone's preoccupied doing their own thing, I want to try and sneak out the tavern.
Okay, go ahead and roll stealth.
Eight-foot sneak. This I gotta see.
Yeah, actually roll at disadvantage because you are around a lot of people and it's a very brightly lit bar.
Okay,
You're a giant minotaur.
Gotta roll.
Roll 2 d20s, take the lowest.
The first one was a nat 20.
I'm sorry, dude.
I don't want to play this anymore.
I don't want to play anymore. What did you get?
9.
A 9
I
plus.
rolled a nat 20 as well.
Oh my gosh, that's unfortunate. A 9 plus what?
9 total.
9 total. Okay. Yeah, you can walk out the tavern, but you know, hinges are pretty squeaky and you're a giant fucking minotaur walking through people.
Damn it.
Karstan, you're an adult. If you want to go take a walk, you can just go.
Well,
I know, but I wanted to be sneaky, and then you guys just look over.
Why
and
are you trying to sneak around with a giant minotaur?
You're
It would have been fine if it was of a disadvantage. I had a nat 20.
That would have been pretty funny.
I mean, it's happened before.
There's a reason.
It did
There's a
happen
reason.
before.
It happened before around a place where there was a lot of waves that can hide your sound, and a lot of trees that you can hide into. This is a different place. This is a
You're in
giant tavern
I mean, but wouldn't
with
the
a
sound of everyone like
you-
being merry and stuff like that muffle the sound of the door?
What's that?
Because everyone's drunk and partying and
Oh
stuff like
god,
that. So
no,
wouldn't
dude,
that sound
there's still a
muffle the door?
giant freaking minotaur running
Okay,
around.
good. Yeah, I'm leaving anyway. I'm just not going to say anything. I'm just going to walk out the door and make as much noise as possible then.
All right, you walk away from the tavern. Is anybody else doing anything significant tonight?
I turn to everybody. I leave them 100 gold pieces
Mhm.
on the table, and I leave Moron with them as well.
Mhm.
And at this point, I tell Moron to have the shield on his chest, and I tie it with the rope. So there's a shield just on.
As you pick up the shield and start to put it on his chest, you see the lips start to move, and it says, "Get off me!"
The
The
What
mimic.
is that? Okay, you guys deal with this. I'm gonna go see if this worm is actually what they're saying. I think that's a pretty good idea. I should probably scout and then come back with more information.
All right.
Did that shield just talk?
It just yelled,
Yup.
yes.
Your
Yeah.
problem, and I'm walking out.
I mean,
Okay.
mimics can't talk, can they?
Sorry,
Generally?
I had to use the bathroom quickly.
No worries.
I would like to run after Azrael and say, Azrael, are you okay? Where are you headed?
I need to go see if this worm is actually the worm that they're talking about. Plus, it'll be a good idea to go there prepared. I need to scout the area and whatnot.
Are you
Get it.
okay? Do you need any help?
I'll be okay. I'll just stealth my way there. And plus, I don't need to sleep. You all need to. Plus, Seraphine, you didn't sleep last night.
I don't sleep either, actually. I have a long meditative rest that's about 4 hours or so, I think.
That's
Hope
right.
we do that then.
All right. Well, it sounds like you want to be alone, but let me know if you need any help at any point.
Should be alright.
All
And
right.
instead of scouting,
Mhm.
actually, you know what? I'm gonna DM you. You carry on.
Go ahead. Karstan, you can either tell me or DM me where you want to go. If nobody else is going to do anything else. Of importance, you guys pay your guys' bill, which runs about 2 gold pieces total. A lot of beer spilt overall. The barkeep does give you a discount and gives you 1 gold back. She says for a brilliant performance, and gives it back to you. You guys go up and get room and board for the night as well.
Yeah, I take my makeup off and wait for the mental call of the Emperor.
All right.
I sit on the bed like this the whole time.
Yes. So
Just waiting.
you get as you're waiting, you get a call in your mind, and you say, and you hear it says, "Thank you, Seraphina, for meeting with me today. You were a bright spot on a dull day, and I think you're cool." And that's all you get.
I respond saying, did he say to call us his grace or something? I don't remember.
You don't know.
I respond saying thank you, sir. So are you. What is your preferred way for me to call you?
Yeah, you get those words out, and all of a sudden you don't hear anything back.
All right, typical Emperors
Yeah.
these days.
Or left on red.
Mhm. Let me
That
write that down. That might come up later, actually.
What that I got hurt? Don't write that down. He's putting my L in.
not that. Okay.
Oh,
You guys ghosted by the.
Seraphina's rejections, 4 total today.
This has been a bad day. Like,
Okay. So, okay. This is starting to get fun.
oh,
All right.
1 second, guys.
No
Then maybe
worries.
for a drop.
Okay. So everybody else goes to sleep besides Seraphina, who goes into a meditative state. And you can choose what to meditate on.
I
Sylvia.
meditate on good stuff, I guess.
Perfect. Sylvia, as you are about to go into, you kind of in a half sleep, you get a vision. This vision is of the Pasturad coast, and you see the ship, and the shale rock wall that you see behind it. You see a bunch of not seraphim. You see a bunch of sirens jumping and dancing around joyously, and you see them calling out to a ship, and you see sailors waving and shouting and joyous, and all of a sudden you see everything turns to the sirens turn to skeletons. The shipwreck looks older and decrepit and rotten, and you see the pirate ship has sank, and you see one pirate kind of climbing up above the rest and screaming out, "Help!" And then it's back, and they're all bright and cheery and back in the same way. Kafunamapa. Oh, you were redempted. I just said it again. You got it for free. Good job. And it goes back to normal, and then you drift off to sleep.
Okay. Oh wait, can I write it down before I drift back to sleep?
Yeah. You
Okay,
write it down real quick, and then you drift off to sleep. Okay. I think that no. So Azrael, as you're doing what you're doing, as you're walking along, you feel as you walk by a bushel of trees, you feel a hand come out and hold you on the chest. You look down, and you see that this hand has decay and bugs crawling out of it. It looks very green and grim. Looks like it's coming out of the darkness, and you hear, "The rotting tower seeks your aid." The hand slips back into nothingness, and you hear, "Go towards the rotting tower. Bring the woman." And nothing.
woman.
And that's
Maybe Seraphina?
that is where we're ending today's session.
Damn.
What?
What's happened today? Crazy
Yeah.
shit.
I've
Another
been trying to
cliffhanger.
do a little cartoony version
Oh
of
my
myself.
gosh,
Oh my
that's
God.
awesome!
Yo!
Yeah. I still need to do the body and stuff.
That is
What
so
I'm
cute.
hearing
That's
here is
gonna
that
come out
to do the artwork for all of
amazing.
our animalistic
Did you
people.
just
Yeah.
roll a nat 20 on drawing skills? Like what? Oh my
Fucking
god.
natural.
No,
Okay,
actually, give me the
real quick, we're gonna
that
say
to be
goodbye
good.
to YouTube. So thank you guys
Oh,
all for
yes.
watching on YouTube. You guys are amazing. Don't forget to like and subscribe so the YouTube algorithm catches more people. We get more famous. Thank you guys so much.
Nice.
Once again, bye YouTube.